Hello, what's up tonight, everyone? Or this afternoon, I guess, everyone. Welcome. Oh no, Arena's got to update apparently. Why am I getting all these messages? Oh no, you know what this means? Oh, you're gonna see my desktop. Chat, I know we're just starting the stream. Avert your eyes, chat. Avert your eyes, the desktop's getting full. It's getting full. I don't, look away. I don't want to get yelled at already. It's too early in the stream for getting yelled at. How is everyone? Apparently we need to update. Welcome. Fine Tuesday and early Phyrexia spoiler day to y'all. Good to see you. What is up, Dylan? Hunter, Mr. Altman, 7-year gulag, Phoenix, Tech, Dog. Good to see you, Dan Wildfire. How is everyone today? Welcome. So the plan for today, we got a fun one. It's an early stream. I know we usually don't stream until later in the afternoon. The plan for today is, hey, actually, chat, while we're on the, you're gonna be proud of me. I'm gonna show you this. Hang on once. Oh no. Failed. What is going on, Arena? Failed deserialization in response. Oh my god. Did I get banned? What did I do? What did I see on Twitter that Wizards doesn't like? Did I scoop too much to Sparky? Oh, there's a downtime? Oh no. There's actually a downtime? Really? Oh, so what are we gonna do for the next hour? Let's check the status. Game maintenance. It's in progress. Full deployment, no downtime is expected. Oh, but maybe experienced? Oh no, we don't have spoilers for an hour. Well, we're gonna have to find something to do. Maybe we're jumping over to Moto. All right, well, we'll see if this comes back up. I was gonna say, chat, though, you're gonna be proud of me. Look at this. I know my desktop is always cluttered, but look at this, chat. You see what I did? I was working on a video, and I thought of you. I was working on a video. And I thought of you, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to put all the stuff for this video in a folder, and look at that. That's a folder. That's a folder with all this stuff for a video in it. So you should be proud of me, chat. I used a folder. I'm learning how this PC thing works. So, so yes, you should be proud. All your berating about my messy desktop, it got me to use a folder. I can't promise I'll keep doing that, but... But I did it. I did it just for you. Happy holidays. That's your present. All right. So anyway, yeah, okay. I guess we're going to give up on this and switch to Moto, since apparently we just can't get into Arena. Well, we got spoilers in an hour. Spoilers are coming in an hour. We got to find something to do. I missed your sub message. Oh, my apologies. I'll look it up right now. I'm sorry, I've been distracted by Arena not working. WhenCube for the 6-month hooray stream anniversary. Also, Kayla's Reconstruction absolutely slaps. I actually agree with that. Kayla's Reconstruction, I want to build a deck that's got a bunch of artifact lands with it. Seems pretty sweet. So the plan for today is, everyone, we're playing Magic for about an hour or so. Welcome to the official, by the way, WhenCube. So we're playing Magic for about an hour, and then in an hour, we're going to be watching the Phyrexian spoiler stream, and then I'm probably going to have to scurry away to make a spoiler video. Why is it called Moto? You would think it would be called MTGO, but in the earliest days of Moto, the executable file that would run the program was called MODO, and it stood for Magic Online with Digital Objects. So old timers who've been playing Magic Online for a long time still use Moto. I think it's partly because it's just easier to say. Like MTGO is kind of a clunky string of letters, when Moto just kind of like flows off the tongue much easier. So I think that's why it stuck. But that's what it's a reference to. It goes back to the original name of the exe file from back when Moto Magic Online first became a thing. Hello, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Do I even have any decks built at the moment? We already played Soul Partition Taxes. We can't play that one because there's going to be a video of Modern Awake in the Woods coming up. The Tony Mac. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Oh, the other news of the day, chat, is we got some super sneak peek in the future info. So if you're keeping up on set releases, Phyrexia is coming out next. That's what our sneak peek is of today. Our first look at Phyrexia, in fact, coming back based on what we've seen so far, or of poison counters at least. But today we also got look at the bundle from March of the Machines, which is this set after Phyrexia. So Phyrexia, March of the Machines, into March of Machines Aftermath. That's like the next 3 standard sets. And from what we can tell, just looking at this art, it's actually pretty interesting. I think this tells us a lot about where the story is going. So we can see, we got Elish Norn, kind of the whole top of the box, Elish Norn. If you look in the background, there's clips of Kamigawa, there's clips of Ravnica, there's Streets of New Capenna, I believe, in there. Like, it's a whole bunch of different planes. And now Strixhaven, and then we have Quintorius. There's been rumors, I don't know if this is true, there's been rumors floating around that Quintorius is going to be a planeswalker. Elephant Planeswalker in Standard could happen. That's Quintorius on the box art. I assume it's not just going to be a random uncommon anymore. So maybe we get an Elephant Planeswalker. Teferi, boo, in the middle. And then there's been some debate. This is definitely Thalia. However, Thalia looks weird. Her eyes are weird. She's really pale. I'm wondering if Thalia gets completed. That would be my guess, is maybe we're gonna get like Phyrexian Thalia. Dolby, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. So yeah, and then I think what happens is it seems like this is gonna be like War of the Spark 2.0. Like Phyrexians try to take over the multiverse. All the classic Magic characters come together to try to stop them, and then probably like Optimus Prime saves the day or whatever when it's all going wrong. That would be my guess, is where we're going over the next 6 months. So I think that let's try Arena one more time. I heard he had a deck on Arena. If not, we'll just get some random modern deck to play some matches with while we wait for the spoiler stream. The nice thing, so when we have spoiler streams, yeah, it's not happening. When we have spoiler streams, I prefer Arena just because ladder matches, you have a lot more control over the time. Modern I love, and Pioneer I love. The only problem is there's no way we're going to get through a league before spoilers start. Squirtig, welcome to the Fishbowl. What modern decks do I have? Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. What do we got in modern that we have not played? Oh, this deck looks sweet. Let's play this deck. I kind of want it. I don't know if I'll do a video of this deck or not, but this deck looks hilarious. This is like, remember the Serac combo we played in Pioneer for Mucha Brew? The Serac combo we played for Mucha Brew and Pioneer. This has some similarities, but this deck goes deep. This goes way deeper. It has so many shenanigans. I don't know if this deck's good at all, but it should do some funny things when it works. So let's get the cards for this, and we'll play some matches with this as we wait for spoilers. This, like, it's partly a Serac combo, but it's not really fully a Serac combo. It's also like Lannis, Chatterfang, Academy Manufacturer, Ginny Fey, token shenanigan combo, which if we have, oh my goodness, like here's the dream. I don't know if we can actually make this happen, but the dream of this deck, let me finish ordering these cards from the rental program. All right, they should be coming. The dream of this deck, oh, and I really want this to happen because it would be hilarious, is if we can pull off the Gwenna plus cost reducer plus a Serac combo, but let's say we also have Lannis out, which makes it clue when a creature comes into play. And let's say we might also have, like, let's say Academy Manufacturer out. So if we get a clue, we also get a food and a treasure. And then maybe we also have, like, a Ginny Fey, so our tokens can be creatures instead of food and treasures. We can just, like, make infinite tokens with the Zera. Oh, it does so many just ridiculous things. So, Kennan's still bugged. Yes, but yeah, oh, maybe, but I guess it's still worth it because this is actually this is a list that was played on Magic Online. So apparently for this deck, it's worth it either way. So how is everyone? Oh, you were able to log into Arena? All right, let me try this one more time. Maybe we did get banned. I mean, I'm sure we didn't actually get banned, but Arena's weird because some people can log in and some people can't. It's not all that uncommon that, like, It must go based on like servers or something. I don't know how it actually works, but there's definitely times when certain people can log in, but other people can't. So I assume that we're on the can't log in at the moment list, which I guess means we're going to do modern shenanigans. So chat. Wait, is everyone else logging in? Wait, is there anyone else who can't log in? If I'm the only one, then I guess that's more of a problem. Although I like literally was just recording videos on Arena like right before the stream, like a half hour ago before the downtime. So Newmont cat. Okay, yeah, I must be on the can't list for today. Well, I guess it's a surprise modern combo day as we wait for spoilers. So chat, what I want to know, actually, I got to do reminders real quick. I almost forgot. Such a weird start to the stream because of the downtime. Replay YouTube this week, fight all the old streams, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube, if you haven't seen it yet. Yesterday, there's actually a couple of sweet videos that came out. Yesterday, we had the best creature during every year Magic video that I love those history videos. I don't know, did any of you watch that video? The best creature from every year of Magic one? I'm curious because some people asked for more, like best artifacts or best spells or whatever. Is that something that would interest you? Like, should you do more of them? Personally, I love Magic history. Like, I love history. I love Magic history. So if it's stuff that y'all like as well, I'm totally down with doing more of those videos because I enjoy making them. But if you don't care about them, then I probably won't make more of them. So there might be more of those. And also, Phil had a video on Sunday about speedrunning Magic where he actually broke the world record. The world record for Magic speedrunning. Although I'm pretty sure his record has been beaten, although not confirmed. Because of his video, people started speedrunning Magic to try to beat him. So if you haven't seen that, I thought that was a very unique video. One of my favorites, just as far as how unique it is. I mean, all Phil's videos are good because Phil is just like, you know, the double S tier editor, like S plus whatever, as good as it gets for editing. Like, I would put Phil's editing up against anyone in the Magic community, and even outside of the Magic community. His editing, it blows my mind. Like, Phil really blows my mind. Megadire, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. And Winter Milan, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. The amount of work that Phil puts into videos, it blows my mind. Like, most content creators work very hard, but what Phil does is Phil will take like a month to record a single video. Like this speedrunning video he did, he spent like a week or more just playing games to try to actually get what he needed content-wise. And then he'll spend like 2 weeks. The editing process blows my mind. It's like the amount of patience that goes into it. So he definitely puts the work in to make his content look as good as it does. But anyway, yeah, check those out on the... Yeah, I mean, Game Nights is amazing, but I think so. In game, that was not to diminish anyone else as far as their editing skills. There's ton, like Sam makes great, Ristic Studies makes great videos, Game Nights makes great videos, but I think Phil just does it all on his own. I assume Game Nights has like kind of a production team that helps with stuff to some extent, but Phil is just like sit in your room for a month and make the best video possible. Which is pretty impressive, just like what he can do on his own. I couldn't do it. I think I'm just blown away because I wish I could edit to the level that Phil edits. My editing is improved from where it used to be, but yeah, it always blows me away just how good it comes up. Anyway, everyone, a reminder that we're sponsored today. So check out those videos if you haven't. Maybe I'll do some more history videos because people seem to like them. Our sponsor today, Card Kingdom. If you need some Brothers War as we move towards Phyrexia or maybe a very expensive reserve list Taiga, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. If you get a free goldfish sticker, just let them know you want one in your order notes and they'll hook you up. Otherwise, merch page, tokens, t-shirts, playmat, good way to support the stream and the channel and the site. Donations, always appreciated, never required. $2 or more gets your message read on stream. So what are we doing with this deck? Our backup deck, our surprise deck, as we wait for spoilers in almost exactly an hour. Milikru, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. Yeah, I could use some more Great Auroraing. The Over the Top was kind of the same vibe. It reminds me of those cards of like Warp World or Great Aurora. Yeah, I can't even log on to Arena at the moment. It just won't let me log in. That's why you switched over to Magic Online. So what is this deck trying to do? This deck is trying to do a little bit of everything. So, combos. We got the Acererak combo, which we talked about before. Acererak plus Gwenna, plus another cost reducer, which can be Relic of Legends. It can maybe be Kinnan if Kinnan is not bugged anymore, which we're not sure about. That is game over. We get to infinitely venture through dungeons. But we got more than that going on. We also have Academy Manufacturer to go along with Lannis. Lannis, whenever a creature enters the battlefield, we get to make a clue token. However, if we have Academy Manufacturer, we're going to get a clue and a food and a treasure. And then if we throw like Chatterfang on top of this, we'll also be getting squirrels along with those, or if we throw in Ginny Fae, all these tokens can be turning into cats or dogs, and that's essentially the plan of the deck. We also have one Cauldron Familiar and two Witch's Oven, which is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Goryo's Vengeance can get back any of our legendary combo pieces, a bunch of Mana Dorks to speed up the process, Eldritch Evolution to hold everything together. It is a wild pile of synergies. I don't know if it can work. I don't know if we can actually win any games with it, but it should be fun at least. So let's get in as many games as we can. I love Lannis too. Lannis is just a super fun card. But let's see. There's no way we're gonna get in a whole league in the next hour, but we will do as much magicking as we can. Hey, what's like King of Carrot Flowers? Dun, 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 dun. When I was young, I was a king of carrot flowers. Why are you playing Moto today? Arena's down at the moment. Was planning on playing Mono Green on Arena, but then literally right as the stream was firing up, they did some update, and Arena is now won't let us log on. So backup plan. Doing a little Moto as we wait. What is the sheet on your wall? That is a. It should be framed, but it's not. I'm so bad at framing things. That is a foil uncut uncommon sheet from Avacyn Restored. So the first GP Vegas, yeah, Nick, those will be Thursday. Thursday we'll have all the new Explorer cards, and we will do some exploring. Bird Tribal here. Do we keep the Bird Tribal hand? That is a lot of mana. You know, well, we'll try it. Why not? We can second to an Eldritch Evolution. Hey, Stone Raid! How are you? Good to see ya. I also want to see the Mono Green deck in action. It looked like a sweet take on Mono Green because it's got some neat artifact synergies built in. So it's kind of a unique build of Mono Green, I would say. Yeah, that's what I ran into too. Spoilers are roughly an hour from now. The spoiler stream. 1 Eastern time, so just under an hour from now. Yeah, the Moto downtime has been, or the Arena downtime is just like kind of scattered. Some people can log in, some people can't. Yeah, it's Breeding Pool, Untapped, and Birds of Paradise. Yeah, I won the sheet at the first GP Vegas I went to. There was some like tournament they did. I can't remember what it was. It was like, all I remember is I lost to Cedric Phillips in the last round. It was some sort of like, I don't know, content creator tournament that they did where you had to play like pre-con modern decks that they gave you. You got to like pick the deck that you played, but they were all pre-built, so you couldn't build your own deck or anything. I ended up having elves and made it to the finals and lost to Cedric Phillips. And I think the prize for winning was like a rare sheet, and then the prize for second was the uncommon sheet. An hour. We're roughly an hour away from the stream. 1 Eastern time for the spoiler stream. In the meantime, we will lose to some Murktide Regents. Perhaps, maybe a little bit, just a little beat down from the Murktides. Actually, we could win. It's not that good. So what's your prediction for Phyrexia? We're going back to Mirrodin, or now new Phyrexia. Artifact theme. We know Elish Norn's going to be there. Ooh, counterspell. Well, it's not like Witch's Oven is a big part of our plan, so Gilded Goose, honk honk. What are your predictions? Is there anything you're really looking forward to? About it. Expressive Iteration. Obliterate. You think Obliterator is coming back? I bet it's a twist on Obliterator rather than actual Obliterator. So the lineup is Phyrexia All Is One. That's the next set that we're going to very shortly. That's releasing like the end of January. That's when we're getting the spoilers for today. So Phyrexia All Is One into, well, I guess we just Gwenna and hope it lives. Pass the turn. So Phyrexia All Is One into March of the Machine into something called March of the Machine Aftermath, which is, at this point, we don't even know what that set is. I don't think it's a full set, but it's standard legal. So it's going to be something that we haven't seen before. Let me see. I don't want anyone to panic, but so this is the rumor that it's Obliterator coming back. Mythic. Whispers Blessed One. Behold Blessed Perfection. Okay. I could see an Obliterator reprint. It would be flavorful. It is a Phyrexian now. It's part of the errata to being Phyrexian. Obliterator is a sweet. I love Obliterator. Obliterator is just such a cool card. So I hope it's Obliterator. I would cheer for that. I don't know if we need. I mean, does Obliterator even beat out Shieldred? I don't know that it does. Come on now. Counterspell Tribal over there. Spell Pierce. Is it? 1 Eastern time. So we're roughly 1 hour away. From new spoilers, from the spoiler stream. Well, okay, goose number 2. This hand did nothing. We hit none of our payoffs and got everything countered. Wild Theory. The story will consist of new Phyrexia do time shenanigans and merge with old Phyrexia that'll lead to March of the Machines. The art from, we looked at the bundle art at the start of the stream. I think it's War of the Spark, or I think it's War of the Spark 2.0, but instead of Planeswalkers, it's gonna be legendary characters. I think that's where it's going. That would be my guess. So we get Phyrexia. That's going to be all about the Phyrexians, Elish Norn. That's what that set's going to be about. And Phyrexians are going to be trying to take over the world. All will be one. They're going to try to make the entire world Phyrexian. And then all the heroes have to come over. Quintorius, Thalia, Teferi, everyone comes together, War of the Spark style, to stop the March of the Machine. Whether or not they can actually do it, we'll have to wait and see. That's what the aftermath will be about. I'm rooting. My biggest hope is this leads to Teferi getting killed. Oh, that would make it all worth it. That would so much mana, so many birds, so little action. All right, more birds. Seth, the Is It Belmore deck you made, I upgraded it with Reckless Impulse, Monastery, Swift Spear, and Third Path Iconoclast. Ooh, that actually sounds really good. Chat, what do you think about that? This came up on the podcast, and there was some debate about it between Richard and Krim thought about it differently than I did. It was in our Hot Takes podcast. I think we need more big Magic characters to die. I think that characters don't die enough. Like Jace. Oh my god, I would love to see Jace dead. I think we need more churn of those characters. I enjoy shows and movies where you never know when a character is gonna die. I think for me, like Game of Thrones was really good at this. Breaking Bad was also a little bit like this, but like those shows where you can turn on any episode. Boardwalk Empire was another one where some characters kind of really died by surprise. I've never watched The Watchmen. I love the book, but I've always heard mixed things about The Watchmen. I think that adds to the enjoyment of it, of like turning on an per number 5. I think that adds to the enjoyment of the show, where you turn on an episode and you never know if your favorite character is about to bite the dust. Yeah, Breaking Bad might have been a bad example now that I'm thinking about it. None of the main characters died early in the show. 1 Eastern time. Spoiler stream in 50 minutes. We'll be watching it. But then Krim and Richard were like, it does the opposite to me. If I get invested, Krim said the opposite about Game of Thrones. He said, when I started watching Game of Thrones, once they killed off my favorite character randomly, I lost interest in the show because I was invested in this character, and then turning on one episode and just watching that character go away, that actually just made me stop watching the show altogether. So where do you land on that? Like, does killing off well-known or beloved characters kind of randomly, does that increase or decrease your enjoyment of a show? Well, let's make a food. This is the worst draw this deck's had. I was curious what Krim's favorite character was. I didn't ask him. Better not be Joffrey. I don't know. Could Joffrey be anyone's favorite character? Hopefully not. Ragavan with a little bit of dashing. Opponent goes to combat, attacks, and attacks. This game has been so brutally bad. Yeah, Psychic Food. Gain a little bit of life. Bolton Ram. Yeah. Oh, Bolton Ramsey or Joffrey. Who's worse? They're like... Joffrey quit acting because... Really? I mean, hopefully... Was he getting hate as like a human being? Hopefully not. That's kind of ridiculous. Like, hating an actor because of a role they played. Hating the person who played the role seems absurd to me. Hating Joffrey, though, seems legit. Joffrey is was one of the worst characters from that show, right? Ned Stark was the worst? Wait, isn't Ned Stark like the most honorable? Isn't he probably the best? I mean, I don't know. What did Ned Stark do that was actually bad in the whole show? Ragavan. Again. We're getting MH2'd into oblivion here. Opponent with a big attack. Yeah, there's no coming back from this. This was just the worst draw. Spoiler stream 1 Eastern. 48 minutes from now-ish. Ha. Is it Murktide? Yes, it is. That one's for you, Krim. Well. Well. How do we even sideboard with this pile? This deck is so weird. 2 Acerax, 1 Relic. 1 Cauldron Familiar. Oh, everything about it is strange. You know what? Let's trim Kinnons. I'm guessing Kinnon is still bugged. You know what? Plague Engineer might actually be... Well, no, probably not. It does stop Ragavan, but let's try it like that. Well, we are trying to play Arena. We'll check Arena again after this game. At the moment, since Arena wasn't working for us, we changed to this Acerac Lannis combo deck, I guess you would say. I don't even know what to call this deck. It's like a Gwenna Acerac combo deck, but it's also a Lannis Academy Manufacturer Infinite Token style combo deck. Yoda Man! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup to you. Thank you. Sounds with the words, she caused everything by not telling the truth about the Butcher Boy because she wanted Joffrey to like her. That's true. Although, yeah, I mean, that is true. At the same time, she was like super young. I don't know if that's a good defense, but I could see if you're like a little kid and you're having to deal with like kings and angry people with a lot of power. Yeah, I don't know. Did I miss a video from Artifact Land Destruction from last week? It should be on the replay, YouTube. Hey, thank you, David. I like this hat too. Well, let's Gala Greeters and Witch's Oven. Pass the turn. About it adapts. I mean, I don't think any character can be worse than Ramses or Joffrey. Like, they were just super sadistic. Just I don't think there's any redeeming qualities in either of them. Like, at least Sansa, there's good with the bad, and I think that's true of a lot of the characters. But for those two in specific, what's the good? I don't think there's any good. Stream is at 1 Eastern time. Ramses probably was even worse than Joffrey. Goryo's Vengeance, take up the saga. This deck is not run super well. Well, Gwen, I guess. Pass the turn. Sansa, I guess the argument for Sansa would be that she just wasn't always truthful. Oh, what good did Sansa do? Sansa, what good did she do? Maybe there's not much that I get. I mean, yeah, she helped rebuild the North. That's true. I guess, like, she never did anything as bad as... She did save Jon at the Battle of the Bastards, although even that was kind of, like, in a self-serving way. I think it's more that Sansa didn't do anything as actively bad as someone like Joffrey, though, or Ramses or whatever. Like, they were just monsters. Did I watch House of Dragons? I put it off for a long time, and then when I went, our Chatterfang, I put it off for a long time because of how bad Game of Thrones ended. But then when we went to Vegas, Tomer kind of sold me on it and said he thought it was actually pretty good. So I watched it, and it was actually good. I was surprised at how good it was. Ooh, we're actually close to winning here. Well, tap this. If only we had more mana. Which we do not. Shadow Sphere, I guess. Maybe this deck's just bad. All right, let's play Kinnan. Pass the turn. Last game, we drew like 5 birds and 1,000,000 lands. This game, we cannot draw land to save our lives. Oh, yeah. The plan was to play mono green in standard, but Arena stopped working, so we had to audible at the last minute. After this game, we're gonna check Arena again. Me and my dad watched the first 10 minutes of episode 1. He didn't like it, so we turned it off. Never watched another episode of the new one or of Game of Thrones. About it. Unholy Heat. Turns on the Dragon Rage channelers. That's a lot of Modern Horizons cards. What do you think about the Modern Horizons conversation? This came up yesterday, and I'm curious. I want you all to weigh in on this. Opponent hits us for a bunch. We have a new donation for Rub. Tuna Mancer. Hey, what's up, Tuna Mancer? $5 donation. Oh, boy, what a horrible draw. Yeah, back to... We were actually, with all this, we were kind of close. If we just had more mana, we could Goryo's Vengeance to get back the Gwenna, go infinite, but not happening. Not on this one. Hey, Seth. Have you seen the Pioneer Vannifar list by R. Macho that chains Quarter Monitor into Extraction Specialist, Glasspool Mimics, and Tuk Rebel Fort to get Hasty Lethal Power on board? Way easier to pilot than the Nightmare Shepherd version. I have not. Do you have a link? I would love to see it. Vannifar combo decks are super fun. Nice to see it getting a little easier. The old versions, they're really sweet, but you really have to learn the lines because the actual combo is not that intuitive, the way you got to loop through things. Pana Art, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super chat for you. Thank you. Let's try this again. Arena's up for some people. Last we tried, it was up for some people, but not everyone. Oh, 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 oh. Maybe. The desktop. I used a folder. We talked about this earlier. I actually used a folder. All right, let's switch back to, if this is gonna work, we'll switch back and try some mono green. Like I said, Modern's tough on spoiler day just because it's not that satisfying if you have to quit a league like 2 matches into it. For those of you asking, my Vannifar pod list showing good results, still working on some tech. Ooh, that could be a fun one to try. So it reminds me of the old versions, except you don't have to deal with the nightmare of comboing with Nightmare Shepherd, which is just so much not intuitive clicking. Okay, so this came up yesterday. Oh, is it working? Or maybe it's still not working. So someone posted on Reddit. Why is Modern Horizon so hated? So 40 minutes from now for the spoiler stream. Why is Modern Horizon so hated? So I was curious if it actually was hated because I didn't know that was a consensus view. So I posted a poll about it on Twitter and it was actually pretty split. Although not hated, I think came out a little bit ahead. Hey, we did it. But I'm curious where you all land on that. Like, do you hate? Uh-oh. Okay, desktop, just a little more. Avert your eyes. We gotta close Moto. All right, now we can try a couple mono green matches. Wait for spoilers. Do you hate Modern Horizons? Universe Walker. I don't even think I know what that is, actually. Okay, this deck, 2022 mono green. It's mono green. The twist is it's got a little artifact sub-theme with Teething Wormlet, which gains life and grows as artifacts come into play. And you probably look at the list and you're like, well, you don't have any artifacts. Like, how's that going to work? But it doesn't care about the artifact being cast or non-token artifacts, just an artifact coming into play. So Wormlet grows from Gallag Reader treasures. It grows from Briarbridge Tracker treasures, along with growing from Clay Champion and Reckoner Bankbuster. So we're trying to just like play good green stuff, grow our team, do some little synergies, maybe do some ramping with Silverback Elder, and hopefully beat our opponent down with mono green in standard, which hasn't been a deck in a long time. We have not seen mono green. We have not seen mono green in standard in a long time. Oh, this isn't. Yeah. This isn't Universes Beyond though, right? This is. I did see this. This is not a real card though. I don't believe. Bodhi Inverse Sun. I'm glad this isn't a real card. Because it just like rewards Universes Beyond. I don't like cards that reward expensive things or very narrow things. But I think this is it's a Heroes of the Realm, I think they call it, which is not legal and not even in print cards that they give out to certain employees during the holidays. So they do these every year. There's usually like 3 or 4 different ones. I mean, it's real in the sense that a Wizards employee or a handful of them probably have copies of it, but it's not like you can buy this secret lair drop or even get there's probably, I don't even know the number, but a very tiny number that were given to Wizards employees. They're not intended to be played with. They're more like a trophy or something. Like it's a reward for work well done this year. So I'm sure some WotC employees plays with it, but I mean, it says Heroes 2021 on it, isn't it? Am I misunderstanding this? Isn't this literally one of the cards that they give has been awarded to Wizard staff as part of the Heroes of the Realm celebration, given out for contribution to Universes Beyond? I'm pretty sure that they just give it to some employees. Anyway, let's do a little mono greening while we wait. I mean, the card is interesting. Would you like that card to exist? It reminds me of one of the holiday promos. I don't know if you're familiar with the holiday promos. It reminds me of this card, which is one of my least favorite, but probably most busted holiday promos. Top Deck the Halls. 5 mana enchantment. This was the 2020 holiday promo. Decorated cards, which means cards that are premium promos or have alt frames or art, have Miracle of a Snow mana. In the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 12 or more decorated permanents, you win the game. So Top Deck the Halls, it's like literally pay to win, though, isn't it? That's the part that bothers me. I think the card would be absolutely busted if you could actually play it. It's silver border, so you can't actually play it, or you'd have to rule zero it in. I think it would be absolutely busted, but it feels like the epitome of pay to win. Like, if you bought foils, I'm surprised Wizards hasn't tried to make that card a real thing, because it makes you buy the things that Wizards want you to buy, the expensive versions of cards with alt art or foil or whatever. Yeah, so it reminds me a little bit of that one, honestly, how it just rewards something that I don't think Black Border Magic should reward. Yeah, I guess if you're living in Washington where WotC staff is around. Oh, they're going to cut down. Maybe that's fine. You know what? We're going to run it out. We're going to run it out. Don't cut us down. Yeah, if you're living in Washington where WotC staff is around, it's probably easier to find Yada. That is not great either. Well, how about a Kadama to go against Yada, counter on the Gala Readers, and go attacking? About it. I mean, can we overwhelm Angels? Opponent takes it. Kadama. Let's just get a forest, do a little ramping, sets us up for this Clay Champion, perhaps. About it. About it. Yarion, I mean, so there's a lot of aspects of Magic that are pay to win. The thing I don't like about Top Deck the Halls is it's just so blatant. Imagine if there was a card that was like, I don't know, if you control 5 or more permanents with a TCG mid price of $100 or more, you win the game on your upkeep. That's kind of what it feels like. And I don't think anyone would want that. That just feels so, it just feels so questionable. Well, play Beseju. Play a Wormlet. Get a counter. Play a what? Bank Buster. Get a counter. Go to combat. Smack you a bit. Opponent. Okay, taking it down to 12. We get to ramp. Kadama's doing some work here. Pass the turn. We get to draw with Bankbuster. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Glissa. I'm not good enough with the lore to know if Glissa's still alive. Although, honestly, it doesn't matter, right? As we've seen, if Wizards wants a character to be alive, being dead is not actually going to stop them. See Elspeth, for example. only characters I like that died stay dead forever. Like Venser. We never get to see more Vensers because Venser's actually dead. Yeah, Glissa's a cool card. Hey Seth, just finished watching the Lantern Control stream. Glad to see my all-time favorite deck is still semi-viable. I also love Lantern Control. That is my kind of very miserable Magic. Yeah, it worked way better than I thought it would. Like, surprisingly well. How can we do this? All right, Augur of Autumn. Step 1. Counter on Gala Greeter to turn on the Augur of Autumn. Land off the top of the deck. Ooh, Briarbridge Tracker off the top of the deck. Yes, yes, yes. This will make a treasure to grow the Wormlet. Oh, this deck's going off. The deck's going off. Go to combat. Swing with everything. Mono green. Mono green actually looking good. It's actually looking good here. Oh, I should update the deck listing, and I forgot that that we switched it. At least the title is correct now. Just finished watching the Shark Tank Commander Clash. Can I sell you on a lifetime pass holder for any deck that runs... can I sell you on a lifetime pass holder for any deck that runs black? What did you think of that idea? How do you like the Shark Tank idea? Preview stream at exactly 1/2 hour from now. 1 Eastern. When is the latest to turn in viewer submitted decks for Commander Clash View? Make a unique deck built around your second favorite artifact in an unusual combo. What's my second favorite artifact? Panharmonicon's 1. What's number 2? Oh, wait. Lifetime pass holder. I thought that was a joke. That's a Magic card? Oh, I thought that was just a joke that I didn't understand. Oh, lifetime. Wait, is that a card? It's not a card. I'm so confused. Any artifact that lets us draw a card except for Urza's Blueprint. Even I don't like drawing cards that much. So how do we want to sideboard against our opponent's deck? I mean, we did just kind of smash them. So they're playing Angels. I guess Bite Down's probably helpful. And then maybe, what about Caretaker? How good is Avabret Caretaker? Angels has a decent amount of removal. What do we cut for this, though? That's the other question. Oh, Tower of Fortune. Tower of Fortune is pretty bad too. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's in quotes. Oh, wizards. Oh my goodness. Why wizards? All right, we're going to look at this in a minute, but first we should sideboard. We do want removal. What do we go down? Maybe we just trim. Trim. Run it like that. Lifetime pass holder. Okay, so this was a real thing, not a joke. Oh, it's the attraction thing. When it dies, open an attraction. When you visit attraction, you may roll a 6. You may return lifetime pass holder from your graveyard to the battlefield. Worth it in any black deck? I don't know about that. That would be a tough sell. Is it worth it in some black decks more than currently play it? I would say that's probably true. But I don't know if you can sell me on any black deck wanting it. Although, I don't know, I got the pieces for my Yarok attraction deck. I haven't got to play it yet. But I can't wait. Next event I go to, Yarok Attractions. gonna be my main deck, I think. Oh, is anyone going to any of the upcoming SCG cons? Like, there's... Yeah, I was looking for a way to power down my Yarok deck, and it sounded funny. Like, it might actually be kind of cool. Tracker's not bad here. That gets us artifact. That triggers our Wormlets. Is anyone going to SCG cons? I think there's Charlotte, New Jersey, and Indianapolis coming up. I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna go to any of those, but I want to see if many people are gonna be there. Dan Wildfire with a $2 donation. Urza's Blueprint was great when you had 2 or 3 Voltaic keys on board. Remember, Warren Power Stone, 3 Dynamo, Grim Monolith were all standard legal together. I guess that makes sense in the context of Urza's Saga standard and untapping it and a ton of ramp. It was probably a lot better then. That was a little bit before my era, but. Going to Philly in February. I'm hopefully going to Philly in February. That one's been Wizards. So Wizards did this thing, and complaining about this probably reduces my odds of going. But Wizards did the thing. So they put up this thing that was like, hey, are you a content creator? Do you want to go to the Magic Con Philly, whatever it's called. Do you want to go? Just like apply for this thing, and if you get it, you get a free ticket. They're not paying for your hotel or flight or anything, but you get a free ticket. And you get to go into any of the events, do whatever you want, like kind of all access of the event. So I filled that out back in November because I figured, well, I'll see, like if that would be kind of cool to get a ticket where I can just go whatever and see everyone. And I haven't heard back yet. And it's like the middle of December now. And tickets have went on sale. So now it's just this really awkward position where I'm like, I don't know. Should I be like, what do I do? Do I wait to see if Wizards is going to give me this free ticket? Or do I just buy a ticket? If I buy a ticket and get a free one, that's kind of awkward. If I don't buy a ticket and then don't get the free one and it sells out, that's like doubly awkward because then I can't go at all. So that's, I'm still planning on going to Philly. Magic Con Philly, but that's where I'm at. That's the only reason I haven't confirmed it yet is I'm still waiting to see what happens with all that. Oh, this is so awkward, but yeah. All right, let's do a little legend ruling of ourselves here, unfortunately. Make a treasure, trigger the wormlets. Pass the turn. I mean, the deck's doing all right. I don't know how we beat an AO, but Jonathan Snow, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super chat for you. Thank you. Yeah, that's probably the thing to do is just buy a ticket. And I mean, maybe the actual best thing to do is just to plan on doing it myself anyway and not even deal with any of the possibilities of getting a free ticket. Gala greeters. We're trying and failing. This game has not felt nearly as good as the first one, which felt pretty nice. Holistos, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup over here. Thank you. Well, grow the worms. Play the land. Pass the turn. Die to AO. Wait, so who's going to upcoming SCG cons? Show of hands. Oh, Rafine too. Oh, that's a nice looking Rafine. No one plays this. That's the first time I think I've ever seen this card style on Arena. That does look good though. Johan Leafar, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup for you. Thank you. I do like Charbelcher. Door to Nothingness is a good one too. I actually don't know what my second favorite artifact is. I've never actually thought of that question somehow. I should probably think about it. Previews in 23 minutes roughly. We're getting there. We're also cracking clues. Opponent's passing with a lot of mana up. Well, Augur could be good if it resolves. Augur of Autumn. Trigger. Make a treasure. Gain 2 life. Trigger. Grow the worms. Stalwarts. Trigger. Counter on Gala Greeters. Treasure. Gain some life. I mean, we're gaining enough life that we're keeping up with taking a huge attack in the air because of these 2 wormlets, which is kind of impressive. All right. There's another one. Keep the fun going. Trigger. Gain some life. Get a counter. Going off. Maybe this deck's kind of sweet. Yeah, I mean, Briarbridge Tracker also. Opponent, no. All right, opponent finally decides to Urtai to kill a Gala Greeters now that we've gotten full value. Okay, I mean that is allowed. I don't know why your opponent waited until we cast everything, but sure. Yeah, Wormlets are going off. They're up to 5/5s. Benevolent Geist. I mean, if we end up winning this, that would be amazingly impressive. Like, somehow we've taken AO to the face 3 times and we were at a higher life total than we started with. Opponent discards. Yeah, Augure's been essential here too. Opponent is also drawing a ton of cards though. That meaning removal's pretty bad for us. We really need this Augur to live. Evangel. Opponent loots away a land. All right. Okay. Well, so this will be a 5/5? Huh. What should we do with this Clay Champion? When it enters the battlefield, choose 2 other creatures you control. For each double white, put a counter on them. I mean, I guess we just cast it for 4 mana and let it be huge. All right, 1, 2. Actually, 1, 2. Bee Scholar. Opponent. Leave our stuff alone, opponent. Yeah, Clay Champion, it's going to be massive, right? So this is a 4 mana 8/8? That's a 4 mana 8/8. Why does no one play Clay Champion? That's a 4 mana 8/8. Hey, Ario SW handing out a bunch of gift subs. Thank you so much. Opponent going to bounce our Gotla Greeter. Okay, but this is a pretty temporary solution because now we just play Gala Greeter again. Get a counter. Clay Champion. With green mana. Tap the Gala Greeter. Please don't time us out. Get a counter. Get a million triggers. Make a treasure. I'm so confused. Oh, we have to do this even though there's 0. Oh, we're going to time out because of this. Oh, no. Why are we timing out? Are we really playing that slow? Okay. Wormlet. Taps Augur. Get a trigger, gain 2 life. Forest off the top. Augur off the top with our treasure mana. Get a counter. Get a counter. Hit you with a couple worms? I guess? Like, they can block with the AO and put count. That was a... Boy, that kind of goes off, though. This is a sneak peek. I don't know how much we're going to get. Also, welcome to the Fishbowl. Lacola, Leader GG, the one true Moo, Teasy Easy, and Urzo Zoom. And thank you, Ario SW, for all the gift subs. Definitely appreciate it. Welcome. Seth, gotta go. Football practice. Have a nice stream. Hey, have a good football practice. Good to see you, Duga buddy. Have fun. See you on Thursday, hopefully. Yeah, maybe an 8/8 for 4 is just not enough anymore. I still can't believe our opponent's done all this and we're still at 20 life. Ugh. Shield red. All right, opponent out of cards, goes attacking. Well, this is it. If we're gonna win, we gotta win this turn somehow, and I don't know if we can. Discards their hand, triggers Shieldred a ton of times. Hitting removal at some point during this game would have been helpful. Opponent gets to draw a ton of newt. Wow, this is busted. This is busted. Opponent going to town with Shieldred. Our board's big, but I'm not sure it's big enough. Yada. Well, draw a card. Get drained. Forest off the deck. Oh, that's so not good. Well, oh boy, that's so not good. Sack the clue, get drained. Oh no. Oh no. Bank Buster from hand. Gain some life, grow some worms, draw with Bankbuster. We're spending so much mana to do this. Get drained. It's another land on top. Oh, the nightmare. Now we're dead. Too many flyers, too many flyers. Yeah, the top of our deck was not very kind there. Although Augur of Autumn's sweet. Not sweet enough, but it is sweet. How do we deal with... How do we deal with these legends? So many legends. I do like these synergies, though. The synergies of the deck are pretty cool. 50 minutes, the countdown is on. Hey, what's up, Berkey DM? Hey, Seth, would you like an Defensor came back in Phyrexia as a completed walker? Honestly, I would not be bothered by that at all. Like, if they want to complete one of... they can complete whoever they want to. I honestly think... Do you think Thalia's completed? That's kind of my guess based on that art. I think Thalia might be a completed Planeswalker now, which I'm fine with that. Thalia's an iconic character. I also think they can uncomplete things. Like, I don't think a Johnny being completed, I imagine that the way this story goes is there's gonna be some way that they fix it, or they smash something and all the oil goes away and everyone's fine now. So I'm thinking that's what's gonna happen. Yada. Oh, yada. Well, play the land. Play the Wormlet. Get a counter. Tap the Wormlet. Tracker. Smack you with the Beast Collar. Okay, we're off to a nice little aggro start here. That's one way to get by these legends, is just be aggro. Opponent. 4 to the face, down to 15. You don't think they can come back from completion? Ooh, 808. Opponent passes. Well, Beast Collar. Actually, do we Beast Collar? Or do we just Augur and see what's on top? And we probably Beast Collar. Play the Beast Collar. Trigger. Tap the Beast Collar. Augur of Autumn. Trigger. Attack. Wow, opponent's taking a lot of damage here. Opponent is taking a lot of damage. Those are some big creatures. Opponent 10 to the face. Okay. Well, opponent needs like a Wrath of God or something, or I think we got him. Opponent. Plaza of Heroes. Is it enough, though? Does it even matter? I guess, like, Archangel of Wrath is good. Shieldred. Okay, but opponent doesn't... We should be good, right? We should be fine. Even through the Shieldred. We don't care about Shieldred. We don't care about Shieldred. Get drained. Sure. Gala Greeters. Trigger. Grow 'em. Beast Collar. Trigger. Grow 'em. Make a treasure to grow 'em. And then you tap Gala Greeters. Stalwarts. Grow 'em. And counter on the Gala Greeter. And here they come. Actually, maybe we just attack with these two. Yeah, here comes the Beast Collars. Here comes the Beast Collars. WotC stream coming up in 11 minutes, and opponent's dead, and that was sweet. Oh, that was super sweet. Oh, other question, chat. So we were looking at, based on the box art, will Mom take place on multiple planes? Maybe. There are definitely multiple planes in the box art. Whether that means it takes place on multiple planes, or it's like... it could be something like Alishor and the Phyrexians are attacking all these planes, but then they meet at a certain place, and most of the big battle takes place on I don't know, on a Ravnica. That's where they meet the good guys and they have the big battle or whatever. It could also be something like that, but I'm guessing it's like Phyrexia is trying to complete the entire world, and that's why you see all those planes. Whether or not we actually jump around to all of them, or if they like call Quintorius from Strixhaven and Teferi from wherever he's from, and Thalia from Innistrad, call them all together. It might be something like that. Sneaky McD and AGK Mark, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup chip for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, not sure if you've been made aware of this, but the latest replay video on YouTube has an issue with the audio and video being out of sync. I was not aware of that. AGK Mark, thank you for the info and the resub. I will have to look into it after we're done streaming. Huh. Hopefully my camera will be fixed tomorrow. I got the new cam link, but it didn't come with a cord. And that was part of the issue. So I had to reorder a cord. And because I live in the middle of nowhere, even Amazon, it takes like a week for me to get stuff. The shipping is so slow. So yeah, I tried to get a cord locally, but it didn't work. So yes, hopefully the new camera will fix all of these issues. In Sneaky McD, one problem with the undoing of the completion is completed walkers actually have robotic parts now, and their bodies have been altered. Oh, I didn't realize that. Interesting. So it's kind of like Ray on Archer, just slowly becoming the Bionic Man, essentially. Barry, the old, yeah, not the camera itself. I have a nice camera, but he ate the cam link, which is like this thing that lets you attach a non-webcam to your computer, essentially. But he ate the cam link and the cord, and I've been the last like week and a half. I've been trying to figure out how to fix it. So hopefully when the cord comes tomorrow, we'll be back to being good. Dragon Archmage, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll do a little teething with the worm. Spoilers, 9 minutes. I hope Ugin and Nicole Bolas come back and work together to fight against the Phyrexians. Ooh, that would be interesting. I think what's going to happen... Well, let's play B-Scholar. I think what's going to happen is there's going to be this huge battle. You got Elishnorn and the Phyrexians trying to complete the multiverse. You got all the heroes coming in from various planes to fight them, and it's going to look bad. It's going to look like the Phyrexians are going to win, and they're going to take over everything, and it's going to destroy magic, and it's just like the bleakest situation. And then we're going to see like Optimus Prime, boom, sweep in out of nowhere and save the multiverse. I'm pretty sure that's how the story goes. With Quintorius being an archaeologist in all the past, do you think he digs up something? And also Gandalf, yeah. Yeah, those iconic characters from Magic's past. That would be very on theme for the 30th anniversary. You got to bring back some of the classics. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. Transformers, they're already like partly machines, right? Yeah, it would be cool to see like Nicole Bolas and...
So before everyone freaks out...
So I don't know if I can watch this video during the stream, but I will definitely look it up. Ask me next time we stream. I will watch it in the meantime. Well, let's play a Wormlet. Let's play a... We really need an artifact, don't we? Beast Caller, 1 mana. Bankbuster's not great. All right, play the Bankbuster. Get some counters. Trigger. And pass the turn. If we can get 3 artifacts, we get Death Touch, and these Wormlets just take down this Tolarian Terror. Oh, someone shared a video about Modern Horizons that Lord of Modern, I'm not sure who that is, made. But I don't think we're gonna watch it during this stream. We're gonna watch spoilers very, very, very shortly. Do you think that Quintorius will be a planeswalker? Elephant planeswalker sounds sweet. I would be down. I would be down with the Elephant planeswalker. B Scholar. How we feeling about that opponent? Mm-hmm. Where's our artifacts? We really need some artifacts. More essence scattering. Kadama? How about that one? Can we resolve something? All right, Kadama down. Pass it. This means our opponent really doesn't want to let us start hitting them, or we're gonna get so many lands. So are you hyped for Phyrexia? What is our hype level going into this set? I mean, I'm hyped for it, but are y'all hyped for it? I have a special connection to Mirrodin because that's when I started playing. So for me, Mirrodin is super nostalgic. Also, what happened to Delver? These Delver decks used to be really good in Standard, and I feel like they've gotten so much worse. No. Well, the next set doesn't come out till the end of January. But Phyrexia is the next set. Today, usually like a month before we actually go into full preview season, Wizards does one special stream where they give us an early sneak peek at the set. So that's what today is. That's the early sneak peek at the set that's coming up the end of January. So one day special spoiler season to take a peek. Oh, worms growing. And let's, if this resolves, we get Death Touch too, which would be huge. How about a Clay Champion? With another one coming for next turn? Oh, also resolves. Triggers for days. Counter on the Gala Greeter. Counter on the Gala Greeter. Death Touch achieve. This doesn't do anything. Worms. Life gained. Well, go to combat. Hit you with the worms. Hit you with the worms. Here they come. Actually, you know what? We should wait one more turn. There's a way this goes really badly. And we don't mind drawing the Clay Champ. Let's wait. Let's wait one more turn. One more turn. Yeah, I've actually been impressed with this deck. When you hear mono green, I should have played the land though. When you hear mono green, you think kind of like, I kind of think, oh, it's just going to be like a boring Stompy deck. But this deck actually has some really, really cool synergies. Have to check the arena store. All right, if you notice the spoiler stream go live, let me know and we'll switch over. I don't know if we're going to finish this match. We should be able to finish this game, though, because we are pretty close to killing our opponent. Tracker. Trigger. Make a treasure. Make sure we have enough artifacts so the wormlets keep their death touch. Wow, we're going off. This deck is very sweet. Wow, look at all these triggers. Wormlets. This is a real card. Land, Augur of Autumn. Keep the fun flowing. Trigger. Counter. Go to combat. Now we're going to get in with these wormlets. Swing. And, wow, people are already posting greed in the WotC chat. They are already doing it. Oh, okay, well, we will check the store. I'm hyped for Anthology. We'll be playing Anthology soon. Thursday, expect Anthology stream. Playing new, I can't wait to play like Mono Black Devotion. Some of the off-color Devotion decks. Wow, this one is super over. Greed. All right, well, we get a couple lands. Pass the turd. I mean, opponent. How does Mono Blue get out of this? Opponent gonna draw a new hand? Pretty much. I mean, the Gree joke's gotta get old soon, right? Do I think Koth will be in Phyrexia? All is one. Is Koth alive? I don't know why I thought Koth was dead. Koth is another one of my favorite planeswalkers, so maybe I just assumed that he was dead. Oh, all right, we're gonna count that as the win. There's no way we're gonna finish the whole match. That was sweet though. All right, let's check the store. Let's check the store and then switch over and see these spoilers. Hey, what's up, Jainer Mage? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Koth is alive? Oh. Well, that's good to know. Then I hope so. So what's exciting in the store? So we got to get the anthology cards at some point. I actually played against a Cosmos Charger deck just yesterday. I had never seen a Cosmos Charger deck before, but someone actually did it. Wild cards. Ooh, animating. Oh, that's what the sound is like. Okay. Animating Transformers sleeves. That's not really my jam, but that's cool if you're a Transformers fan. Oh. These might get me. Wow, those look really nice. Those look very... These might also get me. They're just so goofy. They're so goofy. Oh, here it is. Spoiler time. Well, here we go, chat. Here we go. Let me know if the volume level's good.
Pretty quickly.
But
this is our Phyrexia All Will Be One, what we call the first look. We've called it the pre-beat in the past. But the first look is designed to give mostly retailers and distributors an early look at the kind of stuff that they'll be ordering. But as a bonus, you get to see it too. Because why not? Let's just share it with everybody.
All right, Blake.
And we got some cool, creepy stuff here.
Twist the spoiler knob, Blake. Twist the spoiler knob.
By just talking about
volume
Phyrexia All Will Be One generally. So it's
Sweet.
not new Phyrexia anymore. It's just Phyrexia. So give us a little introduction, Mike.
Yeah. So as the product architect for Phyrexia, I had the pleasure of working with our amazing creative team as they went and said, "All right, what does it look like now that I'm going to say the Phyrexians are winning, like big time winning, right?"
So Universes Within is
when Phyrexia All Will Be One.
The Universes Beyond set booster cards.
So
like when they print the Magic versions,
right? Which is what the Phyrexians have been after now. Really for decades, and so we're looking at some of these landscapes.
As someone who grew up
and it's just
going to church,
it's really amazing to
I never thought of that, but you were totally
like,
right.
That
looks pretty mirrored.
Have really come to
the swirling metallic landscape
of their power, and that's really what
this
set is a celebration of.
Okay.
All right. So
there's
this is all about
you
Phyrexia.
mentioned the villainy. I want to talk about some of the villains in a sec, but first we do need to show off the set logo and set symbols. So Phyrexia All Will Be One. That's what it looks like.
Sure, that looks fine
for all your web needs. And then set symbols. So top Phyrexia All Will Be One set symbol, and then
that looks a lot like new
Phyrexia. All Will Be One.
The new Phyrexia set symbol is exactly this, right?
Yeah, so you can really see the Phyrexian
I can see the callback. I can see the callback. I like
both the main set and the commander symbols, right? To just
Big
show
Faster Energy is so Blake. You're
this
right.
is about Phyrexia. If the name didn't say it, the symbol definitely brings it home.
Right.
Okay,
yeah, those are clean.
So villains. Tell us about
villains.
What are we experiencing
right?
here on Phyrexia?
Yeah. So I mean, as the glistening oil and as the corruption, from the Mirren's point of view, has spread for Phyrexia. They're just like, this is Phyrexia. This is amazing. This is what we've been seeking out for all of time. We've seen over the course of the past, for
I kind of like these posters. Can you get these posters?
All the way back to Vorinclex and
those will look good in the
right?
background.
And so you see the Praetors, and now Phyrexia has done so well that it's really more about like the Praetors sort of fighting amongst themselves to divide up what they've conquered. Right, and so when we're talking about
the
villainy,
mainstream is
like
twitch.tv/magic,
and all they represent sort of have come to the full height of their power.
Yeah, and we've also we've got some familiar faces. That one makes me sad.
Fencer! It's Fencer!
It's gorgeous, but
Fencer came
it makes
back.
me sad.
They brought it back.
Still play Fencer in some decks.
You get to
We were just talking about
Vencer. You remember what Vencer used to be.
Oh, that's fine.
And
I'm fine with
now,
that. If they bring back Vencer as a Phyrexia,
they'll get to experience.
I'm totally
what Vencer
cool with
has
that.
become.
Yeah,
right?
Complete.
Oh.
We're not showing that card off today, but yeah, that art just.
It's got to be a Planeswalker, right?
Vencer is an
No, he
amazing
does look
card.
a little rough.
And I think one of the things that's always so fun about
this
showing
is very
the
horror
completed version
movie-esque.
is, like, what does it look like when you take these
I guess Phyrexia is
iconic
pretty
epic
creepy.
characters and then add the power of Phyrexia behind them too, and what that means and what that lets them do. So there's no reason.
So you think
to be
there's
sad.
no
You get to
coming
celebrate.
back?
Oh, and we're gonna see more of those kind of completed characters that we recognize a little bit later. But this set is just chock full of horrific Phyrexia. This one's gonna give me nightmares. I'm just gonna keep saying this one's gonna give me nightmares. This one's we're not.
It looks so good.
One
it's
piece
so
of art
dark and creepy.
that is like all teeth that we're not showing today. I'll talk about it when we get to preview season. That just it gets me every time.
Oh, it looks so good.
But you were talking about the Praetors.
Elish Norn,
mother
of the machine.
It looks like Elish Norn is kind of front and center here.
Yeah, Elish Norn.
I love how the
is
colors
front and center.
pop.
I mean,
everything else
as
is
much
so
as the set's a celebration
grayscale, and then you have
Phyrexia,
Elish
even more
Norn.
so, it's glorifying Elish Norn.
Fencer's
right?
back.
Elish
Fencer's
Norn
back.
of the Praetors is she sees herself
Fencer's
as the most
back.
powerful, and in Phyrexia All Will Be One, we get to see Elish Norn in all of her glory.
Elish Norn's gonna be
and what it's like to, as
Elish Norn's gonna be strong.
I'm gonna say, as all of these poor souls at her feet.
You think Sheoldred's bad? Wait until we see Elish Norn.
You really get to experience the power and the
leak was pretty obviously fake, I think.
So I'm excited because this is a card that we're going to be talking about and showing off today.
Oh,
we are.
They're showing off Elish Norn today.
Right, yeah, right. And so,
all right. Twist the preview knob. Let's see it. Let's see the Elish Norn. We're going to see the Elish Norn.
Sort of
I don't think she will be an artifact.
Norn,
all this art looks so good so far.
We really get to see her card, which I think so many people have been waiting for a new Elish Norn. So.
And before we get to that, I skipped something in the rundown earlier, and we do need to look at the dates, the important dates for Phyrexia All Will Be One, so people want to know when all this cool stuff is happening. So
all right,
there we go.
Schedule.
We're doing the
first look. So we're like a month ahead. It's December 13th, so we won't get back into spoilers until the middle of January. One full week of spoilers once things get going, January 17th. And then the set is going to be out on the 7th digitally, with pre-releases happening before that in paper. So basically, this will be the MagicCon Philly set. So if you're going to Philly, this will be maybe a release event, a launch event type thing. So yeah. So we have essentially a month. We get a break for the holidays from spoilers.
18th, I say we. It's actually two.
How long the stream
community
will be?
outlets. We'll do.
They're usually between
outlets,
a half hour and an hour.
The complete card image gallery up on the 26th. Then the pre-release with loading ready run on the 27th.
Once they get through the
pre-release
spoilers,
events, February
we'll probably
3rd.
stop
as a reminder, that's 1 week back from
isn't
what
it weird to see Pro Tour again?
Initially,
Pro Tour
that date
Phyrexia
last week.
It's going to be Pioneer
and then
too.
The digital
Kinda
release is on February 7th, followed by the global tabletop release on the 10th with in-store launch party events.
Twist the knob,
and then
Blake.
MagicCon Philadelphia and Pro Tour Phyrexia All Will Be One. I'll be there.
No spoilers yet.
February 17th through 19th in Philadelphia.
They just let us know that they are previewing Elish Norn today, but we haven't actually seen the card. We've just seen some art so far. Yeah, sure, Doug. I'd love to see it.
But that is
March
3rd.
All right, you did it, Blake. Let's get to the spoilers.
Let's get to the meat of it. Let's talk previews. You were hyping up Elish Norn before I diverted us to dates there for a second. So
how busted is it? Is it Sheoldred good?
Elish Norn. So Elish Norn,
Mother of the Machines.
For 4 and a white.
Vigilance. If a permanent entering the battlefield causes a trigger ability on a permanent you control to trigger that ability, it's a Panharmonicon! Permanents entering the battlefield don't cause your opponent's permanents to trigger. It's a Panharmonicon! It's mono white Panharmonicon on a 5-mana 4/7 Vigilant body.
Don't cause
they did it!
Permanents your opponent's control.
Yes, it's
trigger.
literally a
Panharmonicon.
Panharmonicon.
So tell us a little bit about what's going on with Elishnorn.
In terms of the
Panharmonicon is back.
The card
It's
itself,
back.
I mean, you kind of get the best of both worlds.
And it works for any. It's like Vorinclex. It's like Vorinclex, where Vorinclex was doubling season, except it hurt your opponent, like did the opposite to your opponent. Elishnorn calls back to Vorinclex, except it's a Panharmonic. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy.
Exactly. Right?
Mama Monicon, Mama Monicon.
Very powerful word.
Right? And at the same
Welcome
time,
to the fishbowl. Thank you so
what
much
is
for your
it without
subscription. Big
shutting
soup to you.
down all of your opponents.
Your opponent copying it would be bad. That is true. This card is, oh my goodness, it's gonna be sweet in Commander. I don't know if you were around. It is essentially my Christmas present. I don't know if you were around when Panharmonicon was in Standard. We played so many Panharmonicon decks, so many, and I'm sure we will do it again. We played a lot of Yarok decks too, but this is so much easier to catch. And look at that body, 5-mana 4/7, easily splashable.
Over 100 creatures.
I have no idea. I would have never guessed that Elishnorn would be a Panharmonicon. Would not have crossed my mind. That is so far outside of what I thought Elishnorn would be.
Right, and by
Mama Monicon!
Introducing so many creatures with that Phyrexian creature type.
Oh.
And of course, the set itself is right around 260 cards.
So what are the best
Some of which aren't
ETBs
creatures.
in Standard?
Yeah, right. So and I think the number of Phyrexian creatures
Actually,
is like in the 120s.
let's see.
So it's a
they're
huge.
everywhere.
They are everywhere.
Yeah.
Phyrexia is
120
everywhere.
Phyrexian
Elishnorn
creatures.
Is, truly their leader, as it were, and so. And then of course just a 5-mana 4/7.
Yeah,
it's not.
Cool.
It's nothing to sneeze at.
Right.
With vigilance.
With vigilance.
Oh, Blade Coil Serpent.
Elishnorn's gonna come out. You're gonna know she means
Pretty good.
business,
Oh, Clay
as
Champion.
we always have.
Oh my God, it would get so big.
And we think that, it's really.
Portal
Elishnorn's
to
a full package.
Phyrexia.
So this set is also full of a lot of references to the old
Titan of
Mirrodin
Industry.
sets, the old new Phyrexia sets. This is
Show
one of
us
my
the
favorites.
sword.
Part of a cycle. So we saw these previously.
What do we got?
Zeniths. So
Ooh, Zenith Cycle returning. Okay.
But now we have Blue Sun's Twilight.
Sun's
For X blue and a blue.
Twilight.
We get a source.
Gain control of target creature with mana value X or less. If X is 5 or more, create a copy of that creature. Ooh. Is that good? Okay. So it's like Entrancing Melody, except if you cast it on a big creature, you get a copy of it too. So that's sweet. I think that's going to be a commander all-star. Like worst case, it can probably see some standard play, probably standard sideboard play. It seems like a very popular commander card.
And that's just sort of what the, study.
Oh, yeah. Like steal your opponent's Shieldred, get a copy of. I guess that doesn't work with Shieldred because that legend rules, but still, that's a sweet card. And it's going to be a cycle,
sort of
and it calls back
the sun
to the Zenith cycle,
the blue sun as it travels by, as it were.
Yeah.
In terms of
I like
the
it.
card itself, I mean, one thing that blue players love to do
Bomb
is
and
gain
limited for
control
sure.
of,
I think this will be really popular in Commander. Like, yeah, it's expensive, but in like some sort of Phil Simic deck, like 7 mana, steal a creature and get a copy of it. That's a lot of value. That's like a 3-for-1
of that creature as well. So
it is a sorcery. Although
there's a lot of
there's some upside to it being a sorcery. Spolferet, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup Jimmy, thank you. One of the upsides compared to like Mind Control or whatever though is a sorcery means you don't have to keep the art is really nice. You don't need to keep the enchantment on the battlefield to maintain control of the creature.
They're all pretty exciting, both in, no matter what format you're playing.
Not
the other thing I love about this
Nord.
is
Welcome
the flavor text.
Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soup for you.
So where once there was ignorance, Jin-Gitaxi's
So
knowledge.
chat, I got it. They said there's 120 Phyrexian cards. The showcase style's got to be Phyrexian, right? Like, isn't that the easiest win? Is like the showcases are like unique art, extended border, and written in Phyrexian. I think that's got to be what it is. That's so obvious. And people love Phyrexian language cards. It's got to be.
Like I was talking about earlier, they're really the winners. And so when you're making a monument...
Seems like worse Invoke the wins.
Yeah. And that's what
so Invoke is 5 mana but 4 blue.
Writing that in Phyrexian, but...
To just snag a creature artifact.
Translated that back into English.
An entire set where just all the flavor text is Phyrexian.
Right.
Turian's going to take that back.
It probably depends on the deck. The big problem with Invoke the Winds is all the blue mana.
Phyrexian, we have
Phyrexian.
another... It's not even a callback here. This is just a straight-up reprint and a pretty popular one.
Oh,
so
it's got to be Obliterator. It's got to be. You were
right. The updated Phyrexian Obliterator. 4 black mana for creature Phyrexian Horror. It's a 5/5 with trample, and whenever a source deals damage to Phyrexian Obliterator, that source's controller sacrifices that many permanents. So we brought this back.
Wow.
Yeah,
I love.
Phyrexian Obliterator.
I love Obliterator.
Incredibly powerful card.
I love Obliterator.
I think it's super exciting now.
However, it is a very black heavy standard already.
4 black mana.
I guess you got to be mono black essentially. Do we have any combo pieces?
And so now you can pair Shieldred and Phyrexian Obliterator together potentially.
We need yes, thank you. Shieldred and Phyrexian Obliterator, good idea.
I'm back from the day when I would play Phyrexian Negator and I'd be sacrificing my
What's
own
our best
permanents
fight spells?
5/5, right?
Bushwhack playable now. Prize fight.
It's a little stronger once on the board.
Right. Yeah. When Phyrexian Obliterator connects with any
nothing that wrecks your opponents.
You don't want to fight that in combat. It might as well say it's unblockable.
Wow.
Yeah. Right.
Is this better than Shieldred? The art is sweet. Is it actually better than Shieldred? Life Art, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup to you. First time in Pioneer too, which is interesting. This is not Pioneer legal. I wonder if it'll be relevant in Pioneer. Maybe. I mean, it should help Black Devotion in Pioneer, which isn't a deck currently. But oh my goodness, Obliterator's such a strong card.
Into our front list product, and
I do think Shieldred's probably better.
Everyone the chance to
unless you can build around it. If you're doing a fight theme deck or something.
Obliterator in the past, and so if you go and
is it worth anything?
Win with it, and if you don't, you get to.
My goodness! Okay, $40 almost reprint. So that's something.
That's that pretty quickly.
What was the? Does anyone remember? There was a tech card when this was last in Standard. It was a red 4-mana sorcery that was target creature deals damage to itself equal to its power. Does anyone remember? Was it rack with madness or something? I don't know. Does anyone remember that card? Oh yeah, this card is a huge roadblock against decks like mono red or mono white. How does Adeline do anything? Mono white gets so much worse. Something we don't have a card like that I can find in Standard. But keep an eye out for something like that, because that's the best tech to deal with your opponent's stuff, because you make them sacrifice all their stuff. It was Rack with Madness. Thank you, Plethora. But Justice Strike also good.
Of Phyrexia for all of this glorious spread, and so therefore it's time to reap my rewards.
Obliterator is going to change the meta, isn't it?
Essentially, nobody left to fight. What are they going to do? They're going to fight amongst themselves.
Yeah.
And so that flavor text alludes to it, and
can mono red even be a deck?
Yeah.
Our soldier deck, I guess you just got to be able to kill it, kind of like Shieldred.
So you said all will be one, which means I think we're going to get some completed folks who used to be heroes.
Mono red struggles the worst.
Right?
At least mono white can kill it.
I am. It's I have a script here that lets me know what's coming next. Here's one of them. Sad little Slowbad Iron Goblin.
Slowbad Iron Goblin. 3 mana, 3/3 Phyrexia Goblin Artificer. Tap it, second artifact. Add an amount of mana of red mana equal to its mana value. Spend this mana only to cast artifact spells or activate abilities on artifacts.
An amount of red equal to the sacrificed artifact.
How do we feel about this one?
Only to cast.
How do we feel about completed Slowbad
of artifacts?
So first thought.
Are we getting a lot of completed heroes here?
Yeah, they're definitely.
First thought.
One of the best ways to show, the spread of Phyrexia
11 mana.
Some characters, right? We saw Venser earlier, and now Slowbad.
I don't know what the payoff is.
It's going to be.
Wow.
I'll say
this is gonna be so sweet. What do you think of the theme? I think the theme of bringing back iconic characters from Magic Fast as completed Phyrexians is so cool. I love it. I absolutely love it. Such a sweet idea. You get the nostalgia, but it's still something different. We get Venser coming back. We get Slowbad coming back. The card itself, I'm not sure if the card's good. You think so? Like, I think it would be good in Artifact Commander decks. The restriction of needing to only spend the mana on artifacts. I mean, I guess it's a 3-mana 3/3, so its stats are pretty good. I just don't know. I'll have to figure out what to do with it. There's ways to make lots of mana. By the way, original Slowbad. Just a little 2-drop, let you sacrifice stuff to make an artifact indestructible. That's what Slowbad used to look like. This is what it looks like now. Definitely a little creepier. The hammer. The hammer's gotten a little bit more ferocious. Yeah, so you get to make a ridiculous amount of mana. You know what it reminds me of? It's like Power Stones. It's like Power Stones. Yeah, something like Metalwork Colossus. Is there any, let's see, is there anything in Standard that can do something like that? Less to cast. Oh.
It's not lost.
Maybe like
I know that
the prototypes.
While
prototype, blink it, sack it, make a ridiculous amount of mana.
There's a few rebels that remain.
That could work.
There's definitely an undercurrent of.
And then play Portal to Phyrexia.
Right? And I think that's always
or whatever.
So key.
Okay,
so
love to see.
While the vast majority of
brass knuckles
one is the Phyrexian piece, there's still that sliver of hope. Not talking about slivers.
So this is all Phyrexia. Then March of the Machine is the sliver of hope battle.
A bit of hope, perhaps.
Okay. And so let's revisit 2 characters who give us some of that hope. So first up, Jor-Kadeen, the first Gold Warden. Still going strong.
Jor-Kadeen, first Gold Warden. Got some white hair on there. 2-mana 2/2 Rebel. Rebel's return. We haven't had Rebels in a long time. 2-mana 2/2 Rebel legendary creature. When it attacks, it gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of equipped creatures you control. Then, if Jor-Kadeen's power is 4 or greater, draw a card. So Equipment Commander, Rebel's returning.
For those
we haven't had a Rebel in forever.
Many years ago.
Like, it's been so long.
For us old people.
Yeah.
When was the last time we had Rebel?
It's not about there's no fetching or this or that, but just,
like,
flavor
Future Sight?
It really shows the resistance, right?
Also, equipment theme.
We wanted to show, there's
equipment theme, swords coming back, right? We gotta be getting the rest of the swords. We gotta be getting the rest of the swords now. If it's gonna be that the resistance is artifact themed, it's gotta be the rest of the swords. Show us the sword, Blake. Twist the sword knob. I mean, this card, so Jor-Kadeen, it's pretty sweet. 2-mana 2/2 fine stats. We'll see. There hasn't been a dedicated equipment deck that was actually really strong in Standard in a while. It'll depend on what equipment they give us in the set, I think.
Asking about the fate of this individual numerous times.
Thalia?
So we're going to move into the Planeswalker section and talk about that rebellion a little bit more, because we have not seen our boy Koth in quite some time.
Koth is coming back.
Scars of Mirrodin.
Koth and Venser in the same set.
How's Koth doing?
Koth, Fire of Resistance. 4 mana, 4 loyalty, +2, search your library for a basic mountain, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle, so it goes up to 6 loyalty, -3, deals damage to target creature equal to the number of mountains you control, -7. You get an emblem with whenever a mountain enters the battlefield under your control, this deals 4 damage to any target. Wow. I kind of wish they'd completed him now. Oh, you're right. It is rare. I guess that makes more sense, because this
is quite the ultimate there. So, Koth.
Wow,
Koth's okay.
Koth seems really
Koth is
disappointing.
He's doing good. I mean, he's not happy about
not doing that good.
The confluence of events.
Right.
Although he is, we're happy to bring him back. But yeah, Koth
Is this card even good, like, at all?
It's doing good. And as you can see here, as you mentioned,
I kind of lean towards this card just being really bad, which makes me sad because I love Koth from the Mono Red Prison days. Scapeshift isn't Pioneer, although, like, I mean, maybe you can just build around the Ultimate. The Ultimate is strong. The Ultimate is super strong if you can get to it. It does get there in 2 turns. Maybe there's a deck that's just built around, like, some sort of Mono Red Control, Mono Red Prison deck. Maybe that's the direction to go. +2 to get a Mountain. Not that exciting to me. It's fine, but it's not protecting Koth. It's not impacting the board at all. I guess it's drawing a card, technically, but it's drawing always a basic Mountain. The -3 is not bad, although here's the concern. Here's my concern with this in Standard. Your opponent plays Shieldred or plays Obliterator, and then you play Koth, you get so wrecked. It just doesn't line up with the 4-drops that you want to be killing.
Oh, well.
It pains me to say this. I think it's bad. I think it's really bad. The Ultimate's sweet, but Koth is not.
5 of them.
It is a rare.
Not walk away uncompleted.
It is a rare.
5 of these Planeswalkers over the course of this story are going to be completed. So let's show the 10 Planeswalkers. These are not their art for this set.
Ooh.
Let's be very clear about that, except for Koth up there. This is their most recent set printing art. Each of these characters is going to be involved in this story.
Kaya, Koth,
5 of them
Luca
will be completed.
Nahiri, Narset, Tyverkel.
Koth's good.
Phyrexia.
So now the odds are a little bit worse for the other.
So 5 of these are going to be completed?
Now it's 5 out
Who's
of the
getting
other
completed,
9.
chat? Who's getting completed? Who's getting completed? I mean, so the question is, are they completed forever? Because there is literally 0 way that they're going to complete Jace if it's forever. They won't do it. They should do it. I would love them to do it, but they're not going to do it. I imagine it's the unpopular ones or the less popular ones if they are completed forever. Like, I imagine, the bottom row, maybe not Nissa. Maybe, like, I would pick, like, Luca, Nahiri, Tyverkel. Who even remembers Tyverkel was a thing? Vraska, and I don't know who the last one is. If they can go back and forth, there's no chance. If they are completed forever, there's no chances Jace or Kaya. Kaido Suzuki, I guess it could be. I think Nissa's unlikely, but if they can just be uncompleted at some point, then that's fine.
But it's great to show off Planeswalkers.
Okay, that's a really cool idea.
And bring some awesome new designs. I mean, Planeswalkers are always incredibly powerful and exciting.
So what we're about to show you, I'm also going to caveat this, because one of the cool things that you all did for this set was create some manga-inspired art for each of the 10 Planeswalkers, and in each piece of art, they are completed. Now,
this is very War of the Spark, isn't it?
Well, half of them are what if, half of them are actual.
What if Planeswalkers?
So it will show the Planeswalkers completed, but that doesn't mean that's where they end up in the story. These are the sort of the 5 that are what if are sort of the
Wait, so even the ones that
what if they
don't
completed,
get completed are going to have completed
the
art?
art style it's not giving away if these are completed or not completed.
Where's Krim? Where's Krim?
Because we essentially have through the art and through some of the booster fun variants shown a completed version,
this set's gonna be wild.
regardless of if the Planeswalker was completed. So
So let's take a look at those. So that's what if Jace was completed.
Okay, sure.
Jace,
is he stabbing himself in the heart? Is that?
I enjoyed making the original
confused.
Jace in World Wake, and I'm excited for the Phyrexia All Be One version. Right.
All right.
10
next up, we have
Planeswalkers in the
Kaito.
set.
What if Kaito were completed?
Looks kind of like a spider.
Yeah, so the fun thing about Kaito,
what do you think of the art style?
And also the Wanderer is both the Kamigawa Neon Dynasty and the Phyrexia All Will Be One. You can play them in the same
The black and white aspect's
environment,
interesting.
So,
I want to see it in a card
declare
frame. I'm very curious what it looks like in a card frame.
And notice that on the right, we're just using the Planeswalker's name, not their full name. Because we don't want to give away the card name. We don't want to give anything away.
Because it says completed after the name.
They say completed in the card name, so we didn't do that. So it just says Kaito.
I beat you.
All right, next up,
Beat you to
Kaya.
it, Blake.
It's an early look. It's a
first look.
What is?
The first look.
Yeah.
The first
What
look.
is that on Kaya's
You
face?
gotta repeat things.
Is that is that the set symbol?
After Kaya, so
Does
again,
Kaya have the
here,
set
not
symbol
completed.
imprinted
we just
on
showed
her
him not
face?
completed. Koth, This is if Koth had been completed.
Yeah, and this here is
Okay.
right when we're talking about that what if, right?
Why does Sky have the set symbol on her face?
Borderless manga style, and it
just in case,
you know,
were
it
you
gives
confused?
a beautiful
in case you didn't realize Sky was completed, here you go.
Had
Boom.
Koth been completed,
Set symbol on the
what would that
face.
look like?
Yep. Next up is Luca.
I don't even see Luca in that art. Where's Luca?
And
Is
after Luca, we have Nahiri.
I am so confused. Nahiri.
Still angry, still has a sword.
Yeah, still playing the sword menacingly.
Wow, they're really going hard
Feel
on.
like she might complete you with her sword.
Yeah.
They're really going hard on the
Nissa.
anime styles, aren't they? Nissa.
Yeah, sort of that iconic Nissa pose.
Yep.
Right, but now for the Phyrexians.
Got the T pose going.
Yep. And then Tyvar.
Tyvar. Does anyone even remember that Tyvar is a planeswalker? I feel like Wizards knows that weebs are the ultra whales.
Vraska.
Ooh, look at that.
Vraska looks
Boy, these look so good. Again, like I don't care about anime, but they look sweet.
Wanderer.
Even as someone who doesn't know anime. Wow, that art. Oh,
all right.
Oh, Crib's gonna be going crazy.
This is a great spot for us to talk about booster fun generally, because we have some pretty cool things going on in this set. Let's start with the basic lands. So we're going to show off all versions.
So
of
is
the
that all the
basic lands
spoilers?
today.
Come on, give us one more.
So
Blake.
let's start with
the Elishnorn.
first set of basic lands here, and tell us about these.
Okay, so a couple of things are going on. One, we wanted to show off the landscapes of Phyrexia and what you can sort of get the.
Does anyone care about these lands anymore? Are we past the point where just normal basic lands mean anything? I kind of feel like booty planes. No, I'm never gonna be able to unsee that. Thanks, chat. Koth is the one that's confirmed not completed. Are these normal lands exciting to anyone anymore? Even full arts are not like exciting anymore.
These are just
how are these fun?
Basics are always such a way to show off the world.
Yeah, we do need fast lands for Pioneer.
We use that as an opportunity.
Even if the basic lands just have the normal border or whatever, they're still. Guess the universe is with it. So isn't universe? Ooh, see those look. I mean, it's another full art style, but those look sweet. I like these ones.
Yeah, so the panorama full art basics, or as I would often call them.
So universes within. My understanding is universes within are when they take the Stranger Thing cards and put them in set boosters. So I'm guessing this is going to be like
the pieces of art.
Walking Dead. We're finally reprinting the Magic versions of the Walking Dead cards. They're going to be in the set boosters. I think that's what that means.
Really fantastic. And
found in draft set and collector boosters. So these lands are in all the booster products. Typically, it's like 1 in 3 land, like 30% or something. Like some ratio of your lands in the normal boosters will be upgraded to the full arts, and then in collector boosters you get like 2 a pack or whatever. So I'm assuming it's something similar to that.
And these lands you can find in draft set and collector boosters.
Okay,
I like the mana symbol down here.
All right. And then a third set of basic lands, the Phyrexianized basics. What is going on here?
Yeah, so these are
now
if you're familiar
those
with,
are lands.
Kaldheim and what Mark Riddick did there. We invited him back to take a look at.
Wow.
To take a look at, what does the mana symbol?
You don't like him, Stone Rain?
Classic mana.
These are my favorites of the 3 they showed. Phyrexian language.
What does that look like? And
really
even in the frame
art.
itself, you can see.
Yeah, those are definitely metal.
We took plains, island, swamp, mountain, and forest, and we showed them off in the Phyrexian language.
Yeah.
So
I kind of like how the art actually sort of evokes the mana symbol as well. Like this kind of like just the motion of it and the look is kind of like foresty. It's kind of fiery. This is kind of watery. I think it's actually like pretty sneaky how I don't know what that skull is for planes, but definitely metal.
Awesome lands to choose and do so.
You like the second one best? I like this set best. I think. Hey, what's up, Magikarp? How are you?
Basics, are
You don't like
found
it,
in
Stone
draft
Rain?
set
Too
in
hardcore?
collector boosters and foil.
They
and
do
non.
look a lot
So,
like the Kaldheim ones, right?
And those
Yeah,
two
the
lands are
screaming
the only,
skull on the white one is
basics that you'll find in
something.
draft set and collector boosters.
Okay.
So,
all right, next
super
up.
sweet.
Yeah, super sweet. Okay, so next up we have our first non-basic land booster fun style, the extended art. So we do this for every collector booster.
Okay, yep. Boring.
Yeah.
Boring.
The Blue Sun's Twilight is one.
So does anyone value these? Does just the extended border, is that something you seek out for your decks? I feel like this isn't special enough. Yeah, I think Blake misspoke. I think he meant the first border, not or the first like unique border style or whatever, not non-basic land. I feel like these aren't special enough.
Yeah, they're getting Ichor all over the place. Check out that transition. So borderless Ichor showcase cards. Tell us about these.
Yeah, so one of the showcase style we really wanted to lean into is
it looks like someone just accidentally spilled some black paint on a piece of paper, but it is amazing.
Obliterator and Slow Bad. It's one of many cards that we have taken and brought into this.
The only thing that would make it better is if it was in Phyrexian, but I will settle for just
in this black and the art style itself is in this black and white,
metally, so hardcore.
It gives these.
I will spend arena money to get those. I will get the cave drawing art styles. They just look at that Elishnorn. This looks like some priest out of some like Norwegian black metal music video from the early 90s or something like that. And the Obliterator, oh, it's so good. Ichor,
really kind of
Ichor showcase style.
What would Phyrexians do?
And it's Panharmonicon. Mama Monicon.
Art direction for Magic. And it really celebrates that in this.
You missed a Panharmonicon.
Now, are these, is this style particular to Phyrexian creatures, or how is this applied?
Yeah, I mean, we went and we hand selected, I believe it's 67 cards across rarities.
67 cards.
And it's very
hand selected.
In that selection, right? We sort of like celebrating the glory of Phyrexia. There's a fair number of them across rarities.
67, who knows?
And these are also found. You can find these in draft set collector boosters, right? So, they're everywhere. They're awesome.
I like
and
it.
Just to me, they show off the embodiment of what we're trying to do with Phyrexia. All will be one so well.
Yep. All right. So we showed off the art for some of these earlier, but the borderless manga cards. We've seen Koth. Tell us what's going on with Elishnorn and Jorg-Kadeen here.
Well,
what is Elishnorn doing?
First, I want to highlight
that
with Elishnorn. If you check out the artist credit there, Junji Ito, who did a secret layer for us, also was excited.
So, what do you think of this style?
And so. We brought
Angry Dad, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what Elish. I don't know what Elishnorn is.
Fantastic.
Elishnorn looks like.
Fantastic.
You know how they say if you get attacked by a bear, you're supposed to like make yourself look big? I swear that looks like that's the Elishnorn tries to scare off a grizzly bear attack pose. Just like make yourself look as big as possible and make a lot of noise. There's right off screen here. That's the charging grizzly bear.
And we said, okay, what if they've been Phyrexianized, right?
It also it reminds me a little bit too of like the Marilyn Monroe skirt getting blown up like that. That kind of like calls back to that like iconic picture as well. I don't know. These like Elishnorn's definitely the most interesting. I don't know. What do you think of like Koth or Jorg-Kadeen? I don't know. Are these exciting? Are they more exciting than the last ones for you? Like, what would you pick? Manga or Ichor or whatever the last style was. If you could choose one of them, what one are you going for? What one calls to you? What one calls out to you more? I think I'm more Ichor. It seems like there's a pretty big split though. Iker manga, Iker might be winning by a little bit, but it's close.
Vorinclex starting in Kaldheim.
Yep.
Right.
Give us a preview,
we wanted
Blake.
to give a taste of what was to come. Right. Building up to this moment, and then to.
I am curious exactly what Universes Within is.
As that we've been
for this
here's the Taxius, right? Here's Urabrask. And now we've finished the 5-card cycle with Elish Norn.
I'm so excited for Elish Norn.
Which actually leads to our next Booster Fun cycle. So these are pretty cool. So this is, correct me if I'm wrong,
wow, there's so many different Elish Norns.
Concept art for the Praetors?
Yeah. Richard Withers.
So these are probably going to be like super scarce. Those look good.
The idea of Praetors were being concepted.
Thank you
for every set we make these amazing
for you. Thank you.
Style guides that we use with the artists. So they know, what does a Phyrexian look like?
Yeah.
Okay.
The texture, for some reason, just the texture with the colored line going down looks so good. These actually might be Iker for me. I know it's just for this one cycle, but
and so Richard Withers went and
I think those actually are even sweeter than the Iker.
Each of the 5 Praetors as the Phyrexian.
We have a new donation
developed.
From when came $5 donation, donating this because I needed to hear someone say out loud that there are art styles other than anime. Can we get more comic book art like Ikoria or literally anything else at this point? I agree with you. I would like to see. Thank you for the donation, by the way, WenCube. Definitely appreciate it. I agree with you. But this is kind of not anime, right? This is different. I do think there's this weird challenge here. On one hand, I would like to see more non-anime art styles, more comics books, things like that. On the other hand, I think Wizards has realized that anime sells. Like, the prices of the Jumpstart anime cards are so ridiculous that I think that Wizards tends to go with anime more often than other styles just because,
Here it is, right? So we took the art that we showed off earlier, that you can, if you're so inclined, read in English.
I don't know how expensive this is going to be, but
the Phyrexian
I gotta get one of these for a paper commander deck. It's a Panharmonicon. It's a Phyrexian Elish Norn.
Elish Norn is in Phyrexian. It's just
there's like 6 Elish Norns.
The Phyrexian super fan. Like, to me, this is just an amazing expression of.
Actually, I don't know.
It's so glorious.
Honestly, I was fully in on wanting Phyrexian Elish Norn to lead a commander deck because it's a Panharmonicon and I love the Phyrexian cards. But I think I might like the last style more. I think if I was choosing an Elish Norn to be my commander, I think I might go with the last one. That might actually be the one I go with is my actual commander. I think that's the one.
Yeah, so there's the Step and Complete foils, which I know you're excitedly holding.
I want to show it, but talk about it a little bit first.
There's so many card
place
styles,
in the set, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, so with Step and Complete, we're always looking for ways to capture the resonance of what
you don't like the Phyrexian
are
language
about and what our sets are about, and to me,
I think the Phyrexian language is kind of cool.
Here we sort of said, what if the Phyrexians
get one of each and swap it out depending on how you feel that day?
Stylish and like
it might be expensive though.
Foils, and how would they Phyrexians brand themselves, as it were?
I can tell you, Otzi, if Phyrexians were making foils, they definitely would not curl. I honestly, we need to start a trending Twitter hashtag that we want Phyrexians to design our foils so they don't curl. You asked Wizards asked for that.
Show these on camera here. Let's see how. Okay. Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah. So when
Blake's just got a handful of.
As you're moving it, you can
those
see
are all little Phyrexian
it's got the
symbols.
set symbol.
All the Phyrexian symbols there on
so
the.
Phyrexians.
On Ito's amazing.
So if Phyrexians design foils, they would put the new Phyrexia set symbol all over them.
Yeah,
Does that make sound effects?
That's what they would do. I don't know. I don't know if I buy that line of reasoning.
I spoke when I talked about 60 plus.
We have another donation. Thank you.
Okay.
$5 donation, donating again because I appreciate you, Seth. Your videos always bring me joy when I need it. Now, please put this towards your new Phyrexian Elish Nornamonicon orb. Will do, Wedcube. Definitely appreciate it. And I appreciate the kind words as well. Thank you.
Style, right? And then the step-in completes adding on to that. And more of the booster
I mean, that foiling's fine. That's fine, I guess.
It's really fantastic. When the light catches them, it's just so
I
joyful,
mean, I guess it's cool.
Right? So gleeful.
So joyful.
Yeah, they're really
it's a joyful Phyrexian. I don't know if Phyrexians are joyful.
The foiling feels cool too.
Yeah, they really do have a great feel, a great look.
Where's our scratch and sniff secret lair drop? How have we not gotten there yet?
You can only find those in the collector boosters.
I wanna be able to smell Phyrexian Obliterator. Come on, Watsy.
Yeah, something to go out and get.
Speaking of boosters,
what does Obliterator
to look at the various booster funds, we have, as people in chat have pointed out, there are a bunch of versions of Elish Norn. But this is Elish Norn's set.
Yeah.
This is her world. This is, she's the last Praetor to show up. So yeah,
I mean,
Elish Norn gets the
if
spotlight
Elish Norn
in a number
is
of different
so
ways.
important to the
Let's
set,
see
you
the
know there's going to be
various
some good
versions of
ETBs.
Elish Norn here.
All right, what's the
Real
winner?
Quick,
What's the winner?
Just for each of the
honestly,
booster,
I think it's this one.
Types,
I think it's Borderless Concept
and what boosters they
Borderless Concept.
Yeah, so
I think is what I would go with.
Typically referring to draft
tier rank the Elish Norns.
And then
Borderless Concept.
Elish Norn's found the main set versions there. It's found in foil.
Boy,
and
it's so tough beyond that.
And then in the collector booster, that Elish Norn can be found in
manga
traditional foil.
Phyrexian. But I like Ichor too. I don't even know.
Showcase cards.
I might just need them all.
You can find those in draft
it's gonna be so expensive.
And so,
Watsy.
In fact, in the
why do you do this, Watsy?
You're guaranteed some of the lower rarity ones, which are bordered. For borderless manga, once again, draft set in collector boosters.
Concept, Ichor. It seems like most people like Concept.
Borderless Concept Praetors, draft set in collector boosters.
4, 5, 1, 3. Really don't like the borderless manga.
So,
interesting.
We really wanted to, no matter which Magic product.
I mean, I think this style of whale bait is fine though. Like, I think it's a great style of actually of whale bait. Like, make the really expensive ones, make them hard to get, whatever. Just like print this one into the ground so it's cheap and everyone can play it.
Tells me we're moving to universes within.
Ooh, all right. What is this universes within thing?
We haven't really used that phrase publicly a ton, but I know some fans have used it. So these are the in Magic versions
Walking Dead?
Of
it's got to be Walking
Beyond
Dead
cards.
I think.
So in this case, we did this before with
Street
the
Fighter?
Stranger Things cards that made into Streets of New Capenna's the
Maybe
list.
It's Street Fighter.
So this Universes Within shows up from the Street Fighter cards.
Street Fighter. Okay.
These universes.
So Magic versions of Street Fighter cards.
Going to be found in all would be one set boosters.
Okay.
And yeah, they're the Street Fighter cards that were released. A bit ago, and I think
this was one of the best choices Wizards made. Like, this solved a really big issue.
Versions, right?
Yeah.
So what we're looking at here, mechanically, these cards are the same, right? So this was E Honda in the Street Fighter Secret Lair. But we're bringing them into the Magic
what is this?
Creative.
R
right?
equal SLD
if you missed out
428.
On
That's a weird
type
line.
Layer, you have another opportunity
we
to
have
get
a
them.
New donation, McCary, $20 donation. In one of your Creatures from Rear video, you said Eldrazi Winter deck was one of the best decks in the history of Modern. I agree, but I would go further and say it's the best deck. The only other one I can think of was Hagak. Do you agree? Yeah, McCary, thank you so much for the donation.
To mix and match them.
Yes, with an asterisk. So, if you judge the deck by how good they were in its time, I think Hagak into Eldrazi would make sense as like a ranking.
Yes.
Right.
However, I do wonder.
You can block.
You can do whatever you want.
I do wonder, let's say they printed Eldrazi today, post Modern Horizons 2, how good would the deck be? would Eldrazi still be the monster it is in a world of Furies and Solitudes and Murktides and Urza Sagas? That's my only catch, I guess. But I do think if you just judge the deck by how good it was during its time, I would say Hogak was number one. Hogak was like over the top ridiculous. And then Eldrazi's probably number two. And then number three, I don't know what number three, what would number three on the list be? But yeah, I think I mostly agree. Although I would like to see what Eldrazi looked like in the current card pool, how good it would still be if it was still good. I mean, these cards are fine. I don't know. I don't get overly hyped about... Oh, Delver with Cruise, probably. Splinter Twins, that's the funny thing about Splinter Twin, is Splinter Twin wasn't actually that good. Like, Splinter Twin was always good, and it was always, like, Eldrazi winner, Thought Not Seer, Colorless Eldrazi, Mono Blue Eldrazi, like that era of Eldrazi. The funny thing about Twin is Twin was never that good. Like, it was fine. It was a solid deck. It was often one of the best decks in the format, sometimes the best deck in the format, but it was never like 30% of the meta, like breaking things. It was never like that. It was always like, oh, it's a tier 1 deck. It's a really good deck. Maybe it's a best deck. Maybe it's like the second or third best deck. It was always in the top tier, but it was never dominant, which is why the banning was so questionable at the time with the, like, we want to shake up the meta, the whole shake up the meta thing. What else would be on the list? There might be something from the early years, like Storm, before they banned like 10 Storm cards, or however many Storm cards have been banned, all the rituals and so forth. Yeah, these cards, I don't know. Like, so they already exist, but maybe you got to reevaluate them now that there's Magic versions. Although they're not on Magic Online either way, or on Arena. Aristocrats. I mean, Aristocrats is sweet, but I don't think Aristocrats was ever one of the best decks. As far as competitive play, one of the best decks. Breach Post was good. Jund, maybe... Jund with Deathrite Shaman before Deathrite got banned. Early Storm. I feel like I'm forgetting something obvious. So there was something like, oh yeah, duh, like this deck was so busted, and I feel like I'm forgetting one of those, but maybe I'm not. Affinity's never been that... Well, yeah, it's never been, like, as broken as it was in Standard. Yeah, the Shoal Infect deck was... It was, like, good in the very start of... the format, but I don't know if it deserves all-time great status. KCI was... It was strong, but I think it's more annoying than best deck of all time. Definitely a very good deck, but I think why it was so hated is just, like, so obnoxious to play against. Maybe Pod maybe. Pod I think I would rank ahead of Twin as far as how broken it was at its peak.
Products for...
I mean, Oko... Did Oko have a deck, though? Oko was a really good card.
Notice that...
it was a really good card, but I can't think of, like, the Oko deck. Oko was just generally a super busted card no matter what you put it in.
There will be 2 commander decks. One will be called Rebellion Rising.
Lure is kind of the same way. Like, Lure is one of the most busted cards in the history of Modern. But I don't know what deck I would... What deck would you pick? I can't point to one Lure stack to be like, that deck was absolutely busted. It was more like most decks that played Lurus were really, really strong because Lurus was so busted. Dogamit, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup to you. Thank you. Ooh, Karn with Lattice Lock. That's actually a good Dark Horse pick that I hadn't thought of. Can we play some Explorer today? So, because of spoilers, unfortunately, the Cardboard Samurai, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup to you. So, because of spoilers, gonna be wrapping up the stream shortly to do a spoiler video for YouTube. So we're not gonna be able to it's because it's early today, dog, because of spoiler stuff. So actually the stream's gonna wrap up after the spoiler stream. We'll talk about the cards one last time, and then I gotta do a spoiler video for YouTube. So we won't be able to do it today, but Thursday stream, planning on playing a bunch of new Explorer stuff. That's gonna be our main focus Thursday is new Explorer stuff.
Is our way to do that. And
there's a jumpstart every set now, although the one that goes with the set is like it's kind of deceptive to call it Jumpstart. It's really like theme boosters, essentially. We have another donation, McKiri, $10 donation. Oko Earl Piles were quite good. Yeah, maybe those should probably be in the conversation. Though I don't think they're in the same realms of brokenness as Eldrazi and Hogak. Though those mid-range snow decks were super dominant. That is true. Those were really strong. I mean, both of those cards were just so strong. They definitely deserve to be in the conversation. I think you got to judge them based on like the meta at the time. And I mean, Hogak was the worst. Like, I do not remember a time when one deck was so far ahead of the rest of the field as Hogak was in Modern. I don't think there is, even Eldrazi during its peak, but Eldrazi is a somewhat close second, where Eldrazi were just so much better. Ooh, so much better than everything else.
If you've heard of them, they're not exclusive to the complete edition.
They are not.
And each complete edition has you get
raised foils
of each of these cards. So 10.
So this comes in the completed edition of the bundle.
Raised foil treatment.
Those look
once
sweet.
Again, you know the
also
the graphic shows.
How can you have raised foils? Is there any concern with raised foils? I'm sure Wizards has thought of this, but isn't there a concern that
again they have a great feel to them as well?
Isn't there a concern that you'd be able to like I don't know, have an illegal deck because you could feel the texture or something?
In person. Sure.
Oh, raised ink helps weigh down the card to prevent curling. Ooh, okay. That makes sense. If it's a solution to curling, it's worth it.
But here is a photo of
Elish Norm number 17.
Machines and that oil slick raised foil.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think this is the worst of the Elish Norns. I would rather just play the normal pack version. Like, to me, this version does not do it for me, like, at all. Not even a little bit. I don't know. What do you think of this version, Elish Norn?
The 20 at random with each complete edition bundle, and the complete edition bundle has a lot more.
I don't know. That doesn't even really look very good to me.
Upcoming as well, but
the head tilt's not bad. I mean, the art's nothing against the art of the artist, but the whole thing, like the art is kind of just okay. The frame is just kind of okay, and the other versions just look so good.
Those are all the cards and stuff we have to show off. We do have a little bit more for one at the very, very end that we'll close out with. But before we do that, I said at the top that this, well, we're happy you're here and we love showing you cool things. A lot of this is to give information to our stores and distributors. Okay. And it turns out they need some information about March of the Machines too. That's the set after one. It releases April 21st. We're just showing high-level stuff.
April 21st.
Just some stuff so that stores and distributors can do pre-order kind of things.
So basically,
let's just real quickly show the logo for March.
So we have the holidays,
and then we've got the set symbols.
Middle of January. So about a month from now, we go back into spoilers. Wow, sword.
Like they're still doing
That's
pretty
a sword.
Well, huh?
Yeah. That machine.
So middle of January spoilers.
And then,
set release the beginning of February.
That will be useful for
March. Who knows?
The
middle of April.
Get a little spoilery
the next
in places.
So it's roughly 2 months. It seems like between Phyrexia and March of the Machine.
Just so that
were there any cool spoilers? Oh my God! Yes. We only got a handful. I mean, a bunch of different styles, but. We're gonna go over them. We're gonna go over them shortly as this stream wraps up.
Actually,
out of time. But all right, show us this last card.
Phyrexia all will be one. We kick everything
show us this
off.
last card.
Put the dates graphic up
you
there.
Said there was something, Blake.
We kick off the.
You better not be tricking us, Blake.
On January 12th.
Come on, one more actual. How about just actual Panharmonicon to go along with Elish Norn?
Card previews and the debut. So the big date is January.
And then we'll look at the cards one last time, and then I got to do the spoiler video.
Began February 3rd, and then the global tabletop release is February 10th.
Sir.
I want to thank Mike Turian for coming in and sharing all of his knowledge about Phyrexia All But One. I want to thank you for tuning in and seeing all of the
I'm never going to unsee Blake as a youth pastor now that someone said that in chat.
Like, weekly MTG
that's
will
like
be
you
back
absolutely
next
nailed
week.
it. That's like so nailed, Blake.
I'm going to show off just some Blake's favorite things. We're going to do it Martha Stewart style.
Is it Blake's favorite things in 2022?
I'm going to think of that every time we do one of these now. Whoever put that in chat earlier.
They're all Magic related. They're all Magic related. They're all Magic related. But we'll hang out. We'll chat. Yeah, so
come on, Blake.
We will see you next week. And before you go, we're going to leave you with one more thing.
Oh. Official cinematic teaser. All right, here we go. Okay. Elishnorn. That was it? Oh, okay. It was a 10-second Elishnorn animation. I was expecting something a little bit bigger than that. Well, what did we learn about this set? What did we... Yeah, I was expecting something a little bit longer, but whatever. So what did... Oh, teaser. Okay, teaser. That I must have misread it. That makes more sense. I was going to say it's a really short teaser. So what do we see from this set? What did you miss if you were here? Well, the big news. Elishnorn, Mama Monicon, literal banner Monicon on a 5-mana legendary 4/7 Vigilant Phyrexian Praetor body. It's a banner Monicon for you for any of your permanents, and it's a... Oh no, why am I... Torpor Orb. It's a Torpor Orb for all of your opponent's permanents. Your opponents don't get ETB triggers. You double your ETB triggers. The card is absurd. Mama Monicon, gonna be busted. It's gonna be popular. I cannot wait for this card to come out. It is... Oh, it's probably better than Yarok, honestly. I was hyped for Yarok. This is like a one-color Yarok. Like, the problem with Yarok is you pretty much had to be a Sultai pile. Elishnorn not quite as good as colorless Panharmonicon because you still got a color in there, but we can do so many things with this card, and it has a huge body, 5-mana, 4/7. It's so sweet. We also learned we're getting a callback to the Zenith cycle. We got to see Blue Sun's Twilight. There's going to be a whole cycle of these. I think this card's kind of sweet. Like, yoink a creature. If it costs 5 or more, you also get a token copy of that creature. I think it would at least be sweet in Commander. It's expensive to get it going. Could see some sideboard standard play. We also know there's going to be a ton of completed things. We didn't get to see a ton of them, but Slowbad, for example, coming back as a completed creature. I don't know if Slowbad's going to be that powerful, but maybe Phyrexian Obliterator returns, $40 reprint. Really, really strong. Another good black card for standard. Then we got to see the resistance, the people fighting against the Phyrexian with Jor Kadeen, which cares about equipment. It's a rebel. We haven't had rebels in standard in a really long time. Rebels are returning for the first time in many, many years, and this one also cares about equipment. I think swords are coming back. I'm sticking by that prediction. We got Koth. There's 10 planeswalkers in the set. We don't know what ones there are. Hey, see a 7 here. We don't know which ones are going to be completed, but we know that half of them are going to end up completed. Koth is not completed. Sadly, Koth is also not very good, which is kind of a bummer, but it's only a rare, which probably explains it. I don't think Koth is very strong, which makes me a little sad because Koth is like one of my favorite planeswalkers. Dread, welcome to the Fish Bowl. I love this set too. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoop cheer for you. A ton of basic land styles, a ton of art styles. Look how good these, Ichor? I think these were the Ichor card styles. I love how those look. And that's basically it. We got also the cycle of the Praetors coming back with this sweet art. We got some Phyrexia art, and that's what we learned about Phyrexia All Is One. I gotta say, I was already really hyped for this set. Now I'm like, oh my goodness, over the top. It's a Panharmonicon! It's a Panharmonicon! Elishnorn, it's literally a Panharmonicon. Oh yeah, also Venser's coming back complete. We know there's gonna be a ton of completed characters. Venser's coming back as a completed character. There's gonna be 100 and some Phyrexians in this set. Many of them gonna be old characters like Slobad and Venser that are coming back completed. Wow, is Elishnorn 60 card playable? I would expect in 60 card formats. I think the answer is sort of. So on one hand, Panharmonicon traditionally isn't like super playable. On the other hand, it's got a big body and it shuts down opposing ETB triggers, which might be a lot more important than you think, especially in a format like Modern, where this is going to be stopping Evoke Elementals triggers and so forth. I think the answer is maybe. I think there's a chance. It's going to be playable for me. I'm going to play it like crazy. I think there's a chance. My guess is the best comparison is going to be Vorinclex. If you look at Praetor Vorinclex, which has seen 60 card play, but isn't really like a true staple, in the right deck, you can certainly take advantage of it, and it's very good, but it's never become a 60 card staple. I expect that Elish Norn will be similar to that in 60 card formats, where in the right deck, it is strong enough to see 60 card play, but you're going to need a specific deck or a specific meta to take advantage of it. I don't think it's a Shieldred, where it's going to be like the best card in staple, or best card in standard that's in 60% of decks. Shieldred just, it doesn't care. Shieldred's always going to be pretty good. Elish Norn, you got to be built around it, so it's not going to go in as many decks, but in the right deck, I think it is, and it's certainly going to be a Commander All-Star. So wow. This set looks insane. The art looks insane. The story sounds absurd. I am super hyped, but yeah. Bad news is, everyone. Bad news is, I gotta go and I gotta make a spoiler video. The good news is, if you go over to the YouTube in a little while, you can probably watch a spoiler video, which is like, I don't know, 20 minutes of me gushing about Elish Norn and how it's Mama Monicon and how Banner Monicon's back in standard and how much fun it's gonna be. So on that note, everyone, we didn't get to do a lot of magicking today, but what do you think? Where are you at on this set? Before I go to the spoiler video, what's your hype level compared to when we started the stream? What are you thinking? Is it up? Is it down? How are you feeling about Phyrexia, our next set? Wow. It looks so incredibly good. I'm super hyped. Is Yawgmoth coming back? I have not heard about Yawgmoth. We haven't heard. I don't think we heard the name Yawgmoth, so we don't really know at this point. Big butt Mama Monicon. Oh yeah, I could do some Doran Panharmonicon shenanigans. Wall Panharmonicon. Get the Rolling Stones going. Damage equal to toughness. ETB Wall of Omens. Double draw cards. There's so many things we're gonna do with this. We haven't seen any land cycles yet. Just the basics, but we haven't seen any non-basic lands. Still could be the fast lands. It's still definitely possible. 10 walkers in the set. No, 5. So there's 10 walkers in the set. 5 are going to end up being completed. The other 5 are not completed. Not dead, but I guess they survive and they're the heroes or whatever, but all right, everyone. So that is Phyrexia. That's our stream for today. Next stream, Thursday, 5 Eastern. Checking out new Explorer Anthology cards. In the meantime, if you missed any of this and you want to hear me gush about Elish Norn, check it out on the replay YouTube. Spoiler video will be up in a bit once I record it on the main YouTube. One more reminder, if you need any of these cards, you can snag them, well, in the future, from our sponsor Card Kingdom over at cardkingdom.com/MTG Goldfish. If you get a free Goldfish sticker, most importantly, thank you to all of you. Y'all are amazing and awesome and spectacular. Thanks for hanging out, talking Phyrexia, playing a little bit of Magic. It was a blast. And yeah, next stream on Thursday. Check out the YouTube and all that stuff. And again, just thanks so much for being awesome, everyone. So on that note, have a spectacular... Elish Norn is so good. It's so good. Mama Monicon. On that note, everyone, have an amazing day. Have a great afternoon. Have a good Wednesday. I will see you on Thursday for some more streaming. So until then, everyone, I love y'all, and I will talk to you soon.